welcome, everyone. Hope everyone's having a blessed weekend. It's your boy, Coach Ricks, and you've entered Coaches Talk, where we discuss all things OU related, college football related, all things in between. Before we get started, please hit that like button, push that red subscribe button, like the videos, man, so you won't miss anything that I got going out here in the future. Also, man, we're going to have some more podcasts shows coming up, man. I think me, Sooner Legend, and Bishop, we're going to create something here soon. And speaking of that, the man
Oh yeah,
himself, Mike the Legend. What's going on, big dog?
what's going on, dog? Oh.
Hey, man, sitting here trying to still pinch myself to see if what happened last night really happened.
Well, like I told you in the green room, I had to watch the game 4 different times today to make sure we didn't screw up and lose it.
Man, my wife was like, "Babe, how many times you gonna watch it?" Until the tape just disappeared, man. I mean, because a game like that, man, we needed that. We needed
We
that
needed that.
more than you know. But I think BV needed it to
BV
silence some
needed
of
it.
the.
That was a healing game for the entire Sooner Nation.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Because man, he's had his hands full, man, the last few weeks, man. And
Mm-hmm.
for those of you who don't know, man, his wife cancer came back,
Yep.
and like I said, man, we all sit here and talk about sports and we talk about things, man, and we joke and we kid. But sometimes, man, things like that, life throws us a curveball, man, and we have to deal with it the best way we know how. And man, that was a old fashioned dog walk clinic.
That was
Serious.
that was what we call a slobber knocking.
What's going on, Miss Kimberly K? Coach Ricks and Legend. I left another live for y'all. That's love. And I
Oh well,
appreciate it.
thank
I
you. We need to
appreciate it,
we
the
need to
first
make a
queen.
coach. We need to make a shirt for the first lady.
Well,
Man, she
I tell you what, I'm gonna bring up that shirt that I was showing you
mm-hmm,
that we're going to create,
mm-hmm.
and I'm going to make sure that Miss Kimberly K gets the
Yes.
first shirt. Gets the first
Yes.
shirt. I'm going to put it out there so everyone can see what we're coming up with.
Mhm.
Just bear with me. So while I found this shirt, give me some of your keys, man, of what you liked last night from the ball game.
First of all, everybody knows who knows me knows I am a defensive. Love my defense. Have been since the Selman brothers. Last night was old school OU defense.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like Bobby Proctor's ghost was on the sidelines last night because
man.
he passed away a few weeks ago. I mean that secondary, the way they played, reminded me of a Bobby Proctor esque
Mhm.
secondary. Just played with it. And how about Stutzman? First rattle out of the box, just bust. The only thing I seen in the defense wise was that first pass they completed over the middle when they was in cover 3 and kind of got away from them. But after that,
Well, that blown assignment was it was we call that a dragon. And what that is
yeah,
they had a tight end that dragged up the middle that stayed in between the safety and the corner. So
hmm
if you have a dragon, which is that tight end that goes up in the middle, then you have a backside receiver coming in. If you jump one, the other one's wide open. So he
yeah,
pretty much had
yeah,
to play coy
yeah.
and give up that. That was the only blown assignment I saw last night.
But
And
was I right? Was I right? Was they in a cover 3 type
yes,
defense? Okay.
cover three over top. Yes, yes.
See, I'm learning, coach. I'm learning.
Hey man, look, that's what we all do, man. Like I said, I had somebody, man, like, dang, coach, you break it down to where it makes sense for me. And I'm like, I want everybody to be able to see a visualization of what it is that
hmm
we're talking about because that's when you start to learn and you get better at it and things like
hmm
that. But
Yeah.
on top of that, hold on, Kimberly K, yes, no, it's just love. And like I said, we're starting a t-shirt. for me, Bishop, and Mike. We're gonna start a podcast here
Yeah.
soon. And what we're gonna do and everything on Wednesdays, we're gonna come on. We're gonna give our insights on upcoming games. We're gonna transition into softball and basketball.
Yep.
So we're just gonna keep it rolling, but we're gonna select a member or a subscriber or listener every so often who gets that shirt. So when it downloads, I'm going to present that shirt. And the good thing about it, it's going to have the emblem of our logo, the coaches talk, but then on the left hand side, it's going to have your name.
Your
And
own name,
yeah,
Kimberly Cat.
the guys at the site that I'm going through, they're giving me that free. So only thing that we're doing is paying for the shirt, but they're gonna do all the embroidery and everything and the names and all that. That's free. So that's what's gonna be a hot seller is that your name will be able to go on it. The low podcast logos on the right hand side, your name gonna be on the left hand side, and it is a 3/4 zip up shirt. I
Oh,
don't
cool.
like t-shirts. I don't like t-shirts, man. I like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it right.
And getting back to some talking points on the defense, man. That defensive line, man. Bama could they had no answer. That's why you seen all the holding penalties last night on Bama because we was coming hard, we was coming fast, and we was coming furious.
But
And
listen, you are right, man. Look, something you said last week stayed with me, and you know I'm gonna give you credit where credit is due.
well, thank you, Coach.
We talk about the Selman brothers.
Yeah.
We're talking about elite gentlemen that played at the highest level. If you were a person that watched Oklahoma for the first time last night, you'd be like, "How in the hell this damn team 5-5? How in
Exactly.
the hell, dude?" Everybody on God's green earth thought that Bama was gonna come in there and boat race
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yep. They sure did.
Don't I didn't think we were gonna get boat race, but I thought we was gonna lose. I'm just gonna say and
I,
keep it real.
I thought we was.
From the way that we've been playing, that's the only indication that I'm gonna say is that's the only reason why I thought we because normally if Oklahoma is Oklahoma, they
Uh-huh.
have a fighting chance against anybody. It doesn't matter who it is.
Exactly.
But yeah. Anyway, let me try to find
But
this shirt. But I'm listening to you.
but
Go ahead.
anyway, as far as the defense goes, man, you know, uh, excuse me, uh, I think Danny Stutzman set the tone at the first play when he just rattled. And we only had one sack last night, or maybe two. But if you look, we was swarming to Jalen Milrow. We was not going to, and me and Jason talked about that too. We had to make Jalen Milrow one dimensional, and we checked that box perfectly last night.
Oh yeah. Well, they try to make it well if he's uncomfortable that's going to happen. Well, you have to make him uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You really do. You have to make him uncomfortable. I'm gonna try to get this guy so y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all
And
can
I
see it.
don't know about you, but
I'm trying to
I'm
get it. I'm gonna have to try to download it and put it on my computer. I'm
but
listening back.
I know Jalen Milrow is a little sore this morning because all 250 pounds of Trace Ford come down on him last night.
Hey man, look, he had nowhere to run last night, man, and
Yeah,
that's just being real. I felt sorry for the guy a little bit, man. I'm not gonna say here
I
and lie to
did.
you. I really
Yeah,
did because I don't want nobody getting hurt.
me either. Me
Uh,
either.
but at the same
That
point in time,
linebacker
man,
for Alabama going out last night, that was a big crush to him because that guy was their heart and soul of that defense.
yeah,
He was the green dot guy. Very, I've seen him play this season. The dude, he plays on another level. Very,
yeah,
very talented linebacker.
yeah.
So seeing him go out last night, uh, that just I ain't gonna lie, it breaks my heart to see anybody go out in a game like that,
Yeah.
or any game for that. But that kind of game with that kind of magnitude and that kind of attention, it breaks my heart to see anybody
Yeah.
go out.
Well, because it's still life. It's still
Yeah,
somebody, man, that
it's still a
I
human
want
being.
if I beat a team, I want them to be at full capacity and full throttle
Yes.
because I don't want to hear the excuses. Well, the only reason why y'all won was because of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Well, tough ass. Okay, X, Y, and Z, no problem. But
Right.
it is what it is.
It is.
But I got it. Hold on, I got the T-shirt.
Okay.
I want
Oh, excuse
Kimberly
me.
K to see it. So hopefully it will bear with me, guys. Okay, here it is. All right, I'm going to bring that up. So I'm gonna save that. I'm not too computer savvy, so y'all bear with me and everything. I'm trying to make sure that
I'm
it's a
gonna while
shirt,
you're
man,
doing
that
that.
I
While you're doing
really.
that. Oh,
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. No,
I
no,
was
go.
going to answer Boom's question. Do y'all think the new coordinator will keep any position coaches? Bill Bedenbos, he ain't going nowhere.
Dude, hey, let's give it up to the offensive line last night.
Yes.
Let's give it up to him
Let's give it
because
up to him.
the only time that Jackson really got pressured is when Jackson ran out of the pocket and when he tried to do his own thing. That is the only time that he really, really got touched.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, Jason was right. He turned into a running back last night.
Yep.
He wasn't really trying to pass the ball down the field. But
Mm-hmm.
did you need to?
No, I, you know, why should you when your yards per carry or yards total yards for rushing last night was 279 yards? Why and they couldn't stop it? So why change it? We've been saying that, coach.
Hey,
When something's working, stick with it. And I guess Joe John Finley has watched enough of our YouTube videos to say, hey, maybe ought to not change something.
I had a buddy of mine. He was like, "Man, I watch your show, man." He said, "You know what? You guys really, really know what you're talking about." He said, "You guys really do." I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. All right, I'm going to hold on. I'm going to bring this in, and hopefully, all right, I got it. I got it. Now to go down to 100%, go down to 75%, go down to 50%. All right. All right, I got it. So now, Miss Kimberly K, I'm going to show you what we've been working on. If I can get this computer to act right. All right, we're going to show you what we've been working on to try and present, share the screen, and that damn thing is still not letting me show it. Hey man, I am not like Jason. I'm a little bit. I'm not computer savvy and everything, but I tell you what, I'll get it on here sooner or later. And
Do you need to borrow my tinfoil hat?
no, man, I'm good. I'm gonna try to get to some of these text messages and everything, man, and some of these comments because I know everybody's as happy as we are,
Yeah,
and I know everybody has something to say. So we're
yeah.
gonna jump on that. Colin, I'm so sorry, man. I miss you, man. X gonna give it to you. Oh yeah. You know what?
Ex-
They need to start playing that song in the stadium
mhm,
whenever.
excellent. Oh man, that video when Jason played that, it wasn't up 3 minutes, and that's copyright strike. I had to edit it out.
I didn't know he was gonna do that. I would have warned about that. I knew that was coming. Yeah. All right. Got here. What's up, Jimmy? What's up,
What's
man?
up, Jimmy Satterfield?
All right. Thanks, Kimberly K. Glad to see you. Love you guys.
Oh, we
All
love
right.
you too,
What's
Jesse.
up, fellas? Hey, T Boomer. All right. All right. Here's something I heard from the Barry and Mac show. I think that BB broke his tendencies to play.
Tendencies.
We played a lot of single high and brought an extra safety down to ensure Jalen. Well, I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't a single high, but it was similar to it.
Mm-hmm.
Similar high, a single high leaves you vulnerable in certain places because
Mm-hmm.
if you come down to make sure that you contain the inside running lanes of a mobile quarterback, leave yourself vulnerable like that one pass that they threw to the tight end when they had him on the goal line. There was nobody else there. So
Right.
Single high is good, but then the flats are where you're vulnerable at, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where, excuse me, that's where they got beat at sometimes, and everything is in the flat. Or when they
Did you
got sacked,
notice?
what's that?
Oh, go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
No, 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 I'm good.
Did you notice something last night when we ran the ball?
I'm not gonna say it.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, you can say it if you want to.
They ran where the linebacker was blitzing from
Every damn time.
every damn time. And what did that do for 'em?
Hey, like I told you when you was on another podcast and you said that, I said, "Come on, legend man, you're making me sound smart. You're making me sound smart." I mean, it's not hard, man. I mean, a basic person that knows the offense, and let's be honest, guys. Regardless if it's college, it's high school, it's Division 2, Division 1, Division 3, overseas, whatever. Football is football.
Intramurals.
Football is football.
Yeah.
You always try to exploit mixed
Yeah.
matches. Mixed
Yeah.
matches. That's it. And if I know that you're at, look, when when Jason said in the halftime they're going to figure out and stop Jackson Arnold from running the ball, they did for a while. But what they did was they did the play action, and then that's when you hit Bauer Sharp's ass out in the flat. You don't do that before they start. I mean, if they're not blitzing, why in the hell would you try to do a bubble screen to Bauer Sharp?
Exactly.
He
How
got
about Jackson on them two okey doke fakes?
hey man, look, hey, do you do you think the Colts will keep Emmett Jones, Bill Bingbo, if he wants to stay, if he wants to stay, Joe John could go back to tight end coach
Yeah.
if he wants to stay. But I'm not going to advocate for DeMarco getting fired.
Nope.
But I think that DeMarco needs.
He needs
He
to
needs,
go into a car wash somewhere.
he needs a short leash
Mm-hmm.
because apparently he is a bad judge of character,
Very
bad judge
bad.
of talent as well, and talent. You have a running back, and last night you saw how many times did you see Robinson fall backwards?
Never.
Never. Even when they was back in the backfield, he still fell forward.
Yep.
So hey man, it just makes us think that Oklahoma is going to be real dangerous next year if they can
Yes.
get the right hire. Now,
Yes.
what OC? Now, last night was a primetime game.
Mm-hmm.
What OC won't come and play with that? You
Yeah.
mean to tell me I got that on the other side? Oh hell yeah, I'm coming. I'm gonna use some of Dion's. I'm gonna use some of Dion's saying I'm coming
Mm-hmm.
because,
Exactly.
dude, if we can, hey Zach Alley,
Oh my God.
that young man has played himself into a raise.
You think?
No, he got the money coming.
He got the money coming. I
You know,
mean,
I think Trace Ford was hurt a little bit. I think he had a lower back problem or a hamstring problem. But when you got so many guys, dude, we can go 11 deep on the defensive line.
mm-hmm.
Nobody else hardly can do that. That's a lot.
That's a lot of dudes.
And let's just go ahead and give R. Mason Thomas the SEC defensive player of the year.
The Mason Law Firm.
That dude is always in the backfield.
Man,
Dude, that one when he hit Milroy,
oh yeah.
Milroy, I thought they were gonna call it because he hit him in the face. He hit him in the helmet. But I think, man, because of the impact, they didn't want to call it. But you know, all right, Jesse, we won because we were the more physical team last night. Yes, I agree with that.
Yep.
I love how we should show the world. I mean, show the world that OU is not only SEC ready, but can and will beat the top dog. Well, here's the thing: we got one more game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's not go out there and play like the Avengers last night and then next week go out there and do the same old shit we did against South Carolina.
Exactly.
You got to maintain this. Now we're going to get a pretty easy bowl
Mm-hmm.
because I don't see no team, no third tier team or even fourth tier team beating Oklahoma.
Me either.
That ain't gonna happen.
And yes, Steve G, the students gets an A+ grade from me. I mean, I kind of got in my feels with Coach Ricks on the after the game, but look, I went back and thought about it. You know, we haven't had something to hang our hat on this year at all, and seeing them students rush out on the field, you know what? That was worth a $250,000 fine.
Shit, 150.
150.
They got a discount.
So
they got
yes,
they got 150, and so did Auburn. They both got.
you know, I wasn't at the game, but from what I could tell, that was a 2008 esque OU Texas Tech game during the jump around.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Now let me ask you this.
Yes, go ahead.
Was the jump around game in 2007? I mean, excuse me, 2008.
It's in 2008.
2008. Was that game better than last night?
No.
Because of why?
Because we was already going to a bowl that year, and you know,
well, I was going to say because the team who we played.
Yeah, the team who we played. Yeah, we played Taco Tech in 2008, and we played Alabama.
That's
so man. That's a way big
difference. And boom, I'm with you, my man. I'm with you. They were really good last night. I admit I overreacted. Hey, I didn't want to celebrate. I didn't want to celebrate, man, because I felt like soon I started saying, "Hell yeah, we can win this game." Oh shit!
I didn't either, because we came on at halftime saying we wasn't doing no chest pumping.
We've been there and we've done that. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, the last time. Yeah, the last time was OU Nebraska in 2000 when we rushed the field. That was the last time.
Now, we're going to try to get into some stats here in a few minutes, but we want to know, who do you guys feel, and just put it in the comments, who do you guys feel was the MVP on defense last night? I want to see, because you could have picked any damn body, to be honest.
Coach, you gonna make me go there. I'm going. My MVP is Danny Stutzman, because he set the tone.
Okay, and anybody that's in the room, we got 16 people in here, and we got another 15 on my Facebook, and another 14 and everything on my YouTube. So hey, who do you guys feel? And then we got some on Sooner Legends podcast as well. Who do you guys feel was an MVP on defense last night?
I'm going with Danny Stutzman, just because his name was mentioned a lot last night.
Yeah, Jesse, I'm gonna put that out there.
But you could give it to Eli, you could give it to Kip, you could give it to R. Mason Thomas, you could even give it to Ethan Downs, you could give it to Dejon Terry, Trace Ford. Hell, let's just say give the MVP to the whole entire defense.
You know who I'm gonna give it to?
Who's that, brother?
And I mentioned his name early. All season, man, we've been hearing a lot of shit about how bad the offense is.
Mm-hmm.
Offense is atrocious. We need to fire Bill Beanbowl.
Mm-hmm.
Marcos ain't this. The offensive line, he can't get it done. BV should be fired. Sell to this. One thing that has always been consistent all season, the MVP last night to me, Zach Allen.
Zach Allen. Bingo.
He called a perfect game last night, man. And I'm gonna be honest. Rumor has it, because my brother-in-law, he's a member of the Clemson facility and everything, University of Clemson. He told me, he was like, there were people that was there at the ball game that said that was the first time BV wasn't in the defensive huddles.
Wow.
He was focusing more on the ball game.
Hey, Coach, I got a $5 super chat from Chicken. He said his is Stutz and Downs.
All right, cool.
Thank you, Chicken, for the $5 super chat.
Okay. And let me try to. I'm gonna speed ahead, and I'm gonna trickle back to this because I want to see what everybody's talking about. Who is there? Okay, let's see who we got. Better
Because you
than
don't have to ask me who my offensive MVP is.
Oh no, I already know what that is. Everybody gonna have the same person. I believe the last time OU rushed the field was 2000. No, was it 01?
No, it's 2000. It's 2000 when we beat Nebraska when we
Nebraska
beat
was
them.
up 14-0 and
Yeah,
and they came back.
I was at
All
that
right.
game.
All right, Jesse, you said Eli Bowen. Now that was a
That's a
damn
good
good
one.
play. That was a
That
damn good
was.
play. But you know what? He held who some quote unquote say is the best receiver in college football to 2 receptions for 37 yards.
Yeah,
A freshman.
yeah.
Now, even though Williams is a freshman too, but he's been killing everybody all season.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. He's he's
Yes,
that dude. I mean,
just
and
off
let's get
choose one.
let's give it a let's give it up to him, coach. I mean, that kid has played. What is he? 17 years old? 18?
18. He just turned 18.
He just turned 18. I mean, this kid is going. He gonna make some money in the pros. Ain't no doubt about it.
You know who draft stock just went up?
Who's that?
Danny Stutzman.
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah. And if he's
Who
not an if he's not a Buckus Award winner by the end of the season,
by him being in the SEC, that's going to help him because one
yeah,
thing the SEC loves is to give awards.
yeah.
I think if Billy would have been in the SEC last year, he would have got the Thorpe Award.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he would have got
Yeah.
it last year if he'd have been there. Now, I'm gonna tell you who my MVP was last year. I mean, last night.
Who's that?
Besides Zach Allen,
Who's that?
the person that had no tackle but had a touchdown. My boy Kip Lewis.
Oh yeah, Kip 6. I mean,
He keep doing it. Hey, there you go. There you go. I'm nuts. Yes, sir. Kip Lewis still the game. Yes, sir. MVP.
yep,
There you go.
yep.
Kip Lewis. Kip Lewis. Zach Alley is a goon. Hey, I'm glad you said that because some people take goon as a thug,
Yeah.
a hoodlum, and all that. I call a goon a bad mother. Shut your mouth. A bad mother. Shut your mouth. I'm just saying, man. Look, I'm excited, man, because we needed this as a fan base because
Yeah.
we really didn't know if OU was going to go to a bowl game.
It was in jeopardy.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, let's keep it
We all
100.
thought that LSU was the best chance for OU get a victory was against LSU.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And I
so
still think we're winning that game.
if we played last night, oh shit, man, look. I have to give LSU one thing. We are playing in Death Valley
At night
now.
with a bunch of drunk Cajuns.
If we come out there and we play the way now, one thing that's in our favor, LSU has a worse rush defense.
Yes.
Run defense than Alabama. So if we ran for 250 last night,
There's a possibility we might run for 350.
no, I think we're gonna pass the ball a lot next week because
Yeah.
they're going to load the box.
Yeah, they're going to load the box. We gave them some study material last night.
Well, here's the thing. What do you guys think? Do you think that OU will win that game next week?
I've been saying it since last year. That's my upset game. I've been saying it. I said it on Jason's show last year. At the end of the season, I said we're going to beat LSU. I don't care where it's played. And now I'm saying that I'm not saying we're going to blow out LSU. I'm picking us to win 3 to 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
But as we seen last night, stranger things have happened.
I can give you that. John Russell, our D line, controlled the flow of their offense.
Mm-hmm.
Love to.
Oh yeah.
we were talking about this early on, Legend. When
Hmm.
was the last time OU, from start to finish, dominated a ball game on the defensive side?
Oh God, you'd have to go back to some of them Bob Stoops teams in the early mid 2000s.
From start to finish.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll have to go back to some of them Stoops teams in the, you know.
The only one I can remember,
Hmm.
and let me rephrase that, against a quality opponent.
I mean, if you're wanting me to get technical, I'll tell you there's never been an OU defense like the '85 defense.
There was one on one day against a very good Texas team.
Oh! What year was that, Coach? What year?
2000, 2004.
2000.
Eight,
Yes, yes,
AD's freshman year.
yes.
He
We won
they
that
beat
game. What?
they beat
13-0,
12-0.
12-0.
That was the last time OU dominated the game from start to finish. Before that, it was against Arkansas. That game was 12-3.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
And
Steve G, I'm not going to cuss you out, brother. I said earlier in the show we haven't had nothing to hang our hats on this year, and y'all rushing the field last night. Hey, that was y'all's moment. Because I seen where Steve G said he rushed the field. Also, he was one of the guys. Y'all deserved. You students deserved last night, and if y'all rushed the field, I'm all for you. Because probably knowing how the big time Sooner fan I am, I'd have, I'd have, I'd have rushed it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Almost 60 years old. I'd been.
you wouldn't have been able to jump that rail.
Oh, I can still jump. I might bust my hip.
Jimmy says, look what Bama did to LSU at night. Well, here's the thing. Different opponents, different teams,
Yes.
different schemes. Now, but the one thing they do have working for them, Jackson Arnold can run the
Mm-hmm.
ball. As he shown last night, he can run the ball.
He can. I
So
still love them two fakes he did last night because when I seen them running backs get tackled, I said, "Shit, wrong call." And there's Jackson going up the field.
Yeah.
I mean, he pulled an okey doke on the freaking camera.
Yes, Scott, coach, I heard through the grapevine they ran 18 different run designs. They ran
Yes,
some
they did.
designs I've never seen before. I I like the motion guy going behind and coming back on the Z counter. I love that because if Jackson would have kept the motion, the Z formation cut
Mm-hmm.
back
Mm-hmm.
to Robertson, he'd have been gone because that corner blitz down was trying to hit X Rod, and if Jackson would have kept it, he'd have ran
Mm-hmm.
the phase. But the
Yeah.
second time he caught him with that, and that's when Jackson got that big run.
Yes.
My philosophy is you always run a play, but you run that play to see what the defense does. So when you run it again, they're assuming, oh, I know this play. Then they try to jump it, and then you bite their ass in the ass and everything by going on the backside or doing the opposite or doing a bootleg, and you got an extra 20, 30 yards. Oklahoma called a very good game last night, man.
Yes.
I
Uh,
was shocked.
Jesse Browning's got a question for you. Offensively, what would you scheme up to beat LSU now that we put this game plan on film, Coach?
It depends on who's playing.
Yeah.
It depends on who's playing. Uh, I would love, and this is just me, I would love to have X Rod back there along with Devontae Barnes.
Mm-hmm.
You in trouble. And along with Jackson Arnold. So
Thank you.
if I had to design a play, design a
Yeah.
scheme
Oh,
for
excuse me.
LSU runs a base 4-3 defense.
Yeah.
All right. A base 4-3 defense. A base 4-3 defense means that they're going to try to blitz the A and B gaps.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you go to a 22 personnel, which is 2 running backs.
Yep.
So if you have your 2 running backs doing a wheel route on the outsides, now that eliminates that blitzing in the A and B gap. And if those linebackers don't cover those guys, you can sit there and just pick down wheel routes all damn day. So you got to pick
Mm-hmm.
your poison.
Yeah.
I would just
And
say, you go
and
ahead.
Chicken said said this. We seen some shovel passes last night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they should have done it. The shovel pass is good because even if they drop it, it's an incomplete pass.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I don't like it is because you're pitching the ball in the middle where everybody's at.
Yeah.
And I've seen crazier things happen to where the
Yeah.
ball hits somebody and bounce off this person, and you got an interception.
Yeah.
But I think
But
that
you
we
got
have
to
a good team.
remember, boy, couldn't Josh Heupel and Quentin Griffin run that shovel pass to perfection?
Yeah. I've seen the schemes and playbook before Riley Leonard at Duke with Kevin Johns as OC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. Okay, so I got that one. Put this game plan on film, coach. Okay. Well, I want to show you guys something, man. I showed you a play. I don't know if I emailed it to you or was it Jason or was it Bishop. My old middle school team about 6-7 years ago. We used to run a lot of motion.
Mm-hmm.
I would have a 22 personnel, and I have a running back behind the quarterback on the left and right. I would send the running back in motion to the left. That corner would always try to jump that route, even though there's a
Mm-hmm.
receiver out there. So you would pump fake to the running back to get that cornerback to move up, and you got a wide receiver streaking down the sideline.
Yeah.
Every day. So I would draw plays, man, to make LSU uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
LSU is going to come in there thinking that we're going to run the ball. I would come in there and throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
I'm nuts. Here's what I would do on Tatum fumbling. While he's going to and fro class, that football would be in his hand. He would sleep with that football. He would go to the bathroom with that football.
Did you guys see that hit?
That was a hard hit.
Well, the reason why the ball came out, if you really slow that tape down and look at it, he ran into his offensive lineman, and then he got hit from the back. That's why that ball just kind of boop, he come running out because he was stopped, and the guy came and hit right on the elbow, and the ball just came out. It was a damn good hit. I wouldn't bench him because he's so dramatic. We need him out on the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm like Sooner Legend. When you go to bed, that football is your girlfriend. When you wake up, that football is your girlfriend. When you go to lunch, that football is your girlfriend. Wherever you go, she go. And if anybody bring that football to me in practice, I'm like Michael Jackson. Your ass is mine. I'm just telling you. And we had it happen before. We had it happen to where I had a guy that had a problem fumbling the football. And I did that. You take this football home with you. And I want and I tell everybody, if anybody from the offensive side, defensive side, bring me that football other than you to practice. Yes, sir. Keep it real.
Yeah.
All right. Here's Jesse, right, Stephen? But we put a scheme that Alabama did not practice for all week for last night and caught them. Well, it wasn't really that. You didn't really catch them off guard.
Mm-mm.
I just think that, let's be real. If I'm a 9-2 team, okay,
Mm-hmm.
coming into a place and playing a 5-5 team, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to win by double digits, how can you catch me off guard?
Exactly. Coach, do you possibly think that maybe early on in that game that Alabama might have been looking a little bit ahead to the Iron Bowl next week?
No, I think what happened was,
I mean, I'm trying to kill that. I know what you're going to say, but I was wanting you to kill that narrative before it got started.
I don't believe in looking ahead.
Mm.
I don't believe in looking ahead. I don't believe in looking ahead. I don't believe in looking behind me and
Right.
everything. I look right at what's in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they just got hit in the mouth. They no, they had the oh shit moment. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you play a game and everything's been working for Alabama all season.
Yeah.
What have we what have we heard? Milroy this, Milroy this, Milroy this.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stop him. And when before the game started, what did everybody say? The only chance that Oklahoma has to win this game is to contain who?
Milrow.
Milroy.
Mm-hmm.
So they did that. So now it switched from Oklahoma did what they were supposed to do to where
Mm-hmm.
now, oh, well, Alabama just didn't show up. I don't believe that shit. I just don't believe in that. I don't.
When was the last time an OU's defense kept a team scoreless for a whole half? I would have to say that would be that '04 Texas team that we with
Mm.
AD.
A good team or just anybody?
Uh,
Who asked that question?
Stephen G.
Let me see. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at?
He's down at the bottom.
I got it. I got it. I got it. Uh, defense kept a team scoreless for a whole half.
A good team, coach. That's what he came back and said. A good team.
A good team scoreless for the first half.
Well, that year we beat A&M 77-0. They never did
Oh
score.
shit! That damn game was crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good question, Stephen G. That's a damn good question.
I got to go back to the '04 Texas
Oh
where we
04?
beat them.
Oh
The
04?
the 12-0 game.
Oh 04. Now, if we're saying, damn, they kept us team scoreless. Shit. I wanted to say the 08, but they had 7. It was 42-7 at halftime against Texas
Mhm.
Tech. Oh, 04 against Texas.
Yeah.
That's it. That was the last time that I can go off memory. But I'm pretty sure OU has played other
Oh,
teams
yeah.
and that gave them maybe a 3-point or 2 points or whatever. But
Mhm.
to keep them scoreless, I don't know.
I'll have to research that, but I'm going to say for right now it's the '04 Texas OU game, AD's first year.
Yeah, it would have to be. I don't see it. I don't see no other team and everything, man, doing that. I think
Mm-mm.
Oklahoma and Texas was the only time that happened.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can get that. I think I might have got it now, man. I think I might have gotten it. You son of a dog, you. But I can. I am so bougie when it comes to this damn computer. I'm just keeping it
Stephen,
real, man. I'm so bougie.
Stephen G said, sorry you had to use your history books."
No,
Uh,
I had to call a friend and use my lifeline.
yeah, we did a call a friend. Jesse Brown wants to know. Browning wants to know who we want in a bowl game.
Honestly,
Tebow,
if we're being honest, I want USC.
USC.
If I'm being honest, I want USC.
That would USC or Nebby.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, that's mm, okay. I got it. I got it. I got it.
What's that?
Kimberly K still in here?
Yeah, I think I seen her comment. Let me scroll back up.
I'm gonna let her see this. I'm gonna let her see. All right, Kimberly K. This is what we're doing. We're doing the coaches talk with the logo on this side, and you get to put your name on that side. So it could be Kimberly K, it can be Stephen G, it can be Sooner Legend, it could be Bishop Franks, which Bishop Frank, Sooner Legend, and myself, we're gonna get one. I'm gonna get us 3-1. So when we go to our shows on Wednesdays, we'll be wearing our coaches talk with our names and everything on it. but that's the shirt that I'm in the process of making that I'm gonna have out, and we're gonna start making those shirts for. I'm not a part of. I don't. I'm not a part of Patreon or anything like that yet. I don't have access to people to buy stuff, but I do it outside of it, and I want Sooner Legend and Bishop to be a part of that. So
Hmm.
that's the shirt that I just created for Coaches Talk, 3/4 pullover, or you can get an actual long sleeve shirt, or you can get an actual vest. You can get a. They even do Nike
Oof.
long sleeves. I got a Nike one on here too that I'm gonna get me and everything. But I just wanted to show you guys and everything. That's what we're focusing on going forward about the shirts. So if anybody wants one, just email me or email Sooner Legend or email Bishop Franks and everything, man, and we'll get you guys one and everything, man. I got the guys getting them down to $35 and everything for that, and that is for the shirt to get it the emblem and to get your name on it. It's 35
I
bucks.
like this. I like this comment from Six Foe Chevy. All the people saying OU didn't have a chance before the game, and I told y'all football isn't played on social media through talk the game or has to be won on the field. Don't tell me we don't have a chance. OU has a chance every time they step on the freaking field. You're right, Six Foe.
Whenever you
You
play a
don't.
blue blood, when you play a blue blood, you're Michigans. I mean, for instance, let's just look
Mhm.
at Florida.
Yeah,
Just look at Florida.
yeah.
Florida has put to bed two teams that had great they had great records and they had great admiration of going to a good bowl game, and Florida put that shit to rest.
Yeah.
Now, still a bad team, but they are playing competitive football.
Hmm.
So
I think last night listening to Kurt Herbie and Chris Fowler commentate that game, I think they made a lot of good talking points about OU last night. You
I
know,
just I I hate Joey Galloway.
oh God, I can't stand him.
I'm a person to where if you beat me, hey man, we didn't show up today. I'll fix my guys. I'll correct that.
Hmm.
Good. I don't take no credit away from the team that just beat us. Hey, they came in and did what we couldn't do. I'm not going to sit here and try to sugarcoat or saying that, well, we didn't do this and we didn't do that. No, we got our ass whooped point blank. Get your asses on the bus. Let's go. No need to be making excuses. I hate when guys make excuses. Well, Alabama, they just didn't look like Alabama. What the hell that mean? They didn't look like Alabama.
Yeah.
They ran into a buzzsaw. Dude,
Yeah.
look, Sooner Legend, just be honest.
Yeah.
OU has never played that way all season.
No.
Never.
No. Not at
They could
all.
barely score 9 points against damn South Carolina.
Exactly.
You mean tell me you go put 24 on Alabama and you hold them to 3 and they just didn't show up? Man, get the hell out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
Kimberly K,
And,
I'm sorry, right quick.
oh, go ahead.
Kimberly
Go ahead.
K, the same way you did last time, send me your address and we'll get you one coming.
Yeah.
And just let me know your size and everything and what you wanted to say. If you wanted to say Kimberly K, that's cool. Just let me know what you wanted to say, and I got you. Sorry,
And Coach, you probably heard me say a little bit about this last week. I'm going to elaborate on it a little bit. OU has been a wounded dog all season. And when I say wounded dog, I'm talking about the injuries. Now, when you get a pack of dogs, 22 of them,
Mhm.
and they're wounded, you have the most dangerous animals in the world. And these 22 dogs got tired of the healthy dogs coming and taking their food.
Yeah.
And them wounded dogs got together and said, "Not today, Satan. You ain't coming into this den." And that's exactly how OU played last night. They played like hungry, wounded dogs.
You want to hear a crazy stat?
Let's hear it, Coach. I love crazy stats.
Alabama rushing 30 times for 70 yards.
Wow.
They ran the ball 30 times, 70
Wow.
yards.
That
Hey,
God almighty.
2.5. I believe that's 2.5. If my math is good,
Yep. Is your math mathing?
no, hold on. I'm wrong. 2.333. Somebody check that for me and
Yeah,
put it in
y'all,
there.
y'all,
I
with,
want to see. I want to see if my education is still good.
y'all got to
30.
remember. Y'all got to remember. He's from Spyro. He don't have enough fingers and toes.
Hey man, look, might be from Spyro, but boy had a dad that required
Uh-huh.
all A's and B's,
Yep.
or you just don't play football or sports.
That's right.
Period.
I was just giving you a hard time,
I
Coach.
know, man. I know. I
That-
love this right here. The reason they didn't look like Alabama is because OU made them look
Yep.
that way. Respect your opponent and respect the game. No moving the goalposts afterwards. I love that saying.
Bingo.
That's true football. Don't want to hear the bitching. Don't want to hear the I'm sorry about that, Kimberly K. Don't want to hear the complaining. Don't want to mention. Play football. You beat
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm gonna shake your hand. Thank you, coach. Hey, good game, coach. Hey, maybe next time. Let that be
Hey,
it.
Coach, I got an idea.
What's up?
When we get these shirts in line and everything, let's start like when we do our live. Let's do a shirt giveaway to the best comment in a chat for our live.
Oh, okay. I can do that. I can do that.
Because 6-4 would have got a free shirt on that comment. In my opinion, that was
Let me save that one for right now.
yeah.
Then let me go back because I've already got a free shirt coming from Miss Kimberly K. Let's see if we can give another one out tonight. Somebody has a good comment. Oh, well, 6-4 got two of them.
Yeah, he brings 6-4 6-4 always brings the juice though, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
I
All right,
mean,
guys. This is what we're gonna do. As of right now, Kimberly K already got her a shirt coming. It
mhm.
takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get it, but Kimberly K, I'm gonna give you the tracking number and all that, so you gonna have full access to it, so you'll know when it's coming. Let's go ahead and give another one out to someone that might have a good comment for the remainder of the night.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now, so let me go ahead and let's see what Jesse got. Jesse said, I know we have 2 games. No, we got 1 game left, but I can't help but imagine what this team will be next year with an offense. The defense would be better than. Yeah,
We
yeah.
do have two games, Coach. We
Well,
got the
the bowl
we
game
got
don't count. That's
I
extra
know
practice.
it, but Jesse's right. I
That's
mean,
extra practice.
technically.
Yeah, my bad, Jess. I don't count bowl games because that shit is generous. That's generosity. Want to hear that crap? All right,
Hey,
best.
we got a Georgia fan in the house. Jason Daly, go Dogs.
Let me see, Jason. Hey, I'm looking forward to y'all putting the
Yeah.
ass whooping on Texas.
Yeah.
Beat the brakes off their ass. Boy.
Yeah, can
You
y'all
know,
if y'all have to play them in the SEC championship again, beat them like you beat them at Austin because I'm tired of hearing all of them.
where's the thing? That game last night hurt Texas
Yeah.
because now Texas A&M already lost to a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
So now, even if Texas does beat them, the victory doesn't look good because that team is not in the top 10 no more.
Now let me
That would have helped you with your strength of schedule. Go ahead.
Coach, do you guys plan on doing a signing day podcast? You betcha.
Always, man. Look, John,
Always.
I retired from coaching a few months ago, so I'm gonna have a lot more time now to do this. And trust me, We're going to transition into softball, transition into basketball. We're going to be doing all the recruiting. We're going to do the first. Well, I think it's December the 5th. It was the first. I think that's the first time that they'll be able to go into the portal. Correct? December the
Yeah.
5th.
Kimberly K.
Okay.
My MVP is Julie Venables for her unselfishness. Even in her suffering, BB had her daughters by his side, and as a mom, I
Man,
know
look,
that speaks to Julie's blessings, telling her girls dad needs support too.
man, let me
Wow.
tell you one thing, man, about this family, man, that I don't try to mix the sports side of it with the family side of it. I just think, man, that BV felt all the prayers and the love last night, man, because that when they rushed the field, man, that was mainly for him.
Yeah,
Can
that
you
was for him.
imagine what he was going through, man, the whole game? And we thought the game wasn't real. I've watched it 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, damn, where was this shit all season?
Exactly.
Where was this all season? And we get lost in the ball games. We get lost in how bad this offensive team is. We get lost in what we think this team should be. And we're looking at this man's wife who's fighting for her life, and we're
Mm-hmm.
worrying about a ball game.
Yeah.
Look, Fasushi ain't going nowhere, man.
No.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something about last night. EPL, you a bad boy. You a bad boy. Even though Audrey didn't play, you a bad boy. We got some thoroughbreds, man, on that line. Why would you not want to be a part of that? I've already got the keys to the car. Why would I want to give the keys back to go somewhere else,
Well, didn't
knowing not knowing? Look, Texas is going to fall off next year. Reason being, yours is gone. We can sit here and say, "Oh,
Arch Manning?
Arch Manning's going to do this." Man, look, we saw what Arch Manning did when he got pressured.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kimberly K, you already got a shirt coming, so I can't give you another one. But that was a damn good one.
Yeah.
I mean, Julie Venables, man, and I love seeing that, man. His 2 girls next to
Yeah.
him. When I won my championship, man, in basketball with my girls, my daughters were there, man, and that means more to me as a coach, man, because
Mm-hmm.
my players see how I treat my daughters, and I treat my players the same way I treat my daughters, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have no problem. That's why I love coaching girls more than I coach boys, because girls listen. Boys think they know more than you. And when you deal with boys, you deal with dads that think that their son is the next best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, they think their son is the next Naismith or Heisman Trophy winner.
Well, I got fined because I told the parent really what his son was. Your son sucked.
And here's what I heard on that Pasusi deal last night. He was texting one of the guys at the game and said, "Look, I wished I
I wish
was
I
with
was there.
y'all.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wished I was there instead of here."
Man, look.
So Fasusi's locked. I ain't worried about Fasusi now. And Coop told us last night,
Yeah. Man, Coop had me down laughing last night, boy. Someone
God.
said that Pasusi was at Texas game watching. Oh, you play? Yeah. Um, I have a guy that's down. Well, like I said, I have key members of old coaching staffs that have moved on and they are now scouts for certain universities and certain places. Can't give their
Mhm.
names out because then I could get in trouble because they're like, well, I told Coach Ricks. Anyway, I got a lot of key players, man, that know a lot of these top 125 and 120 kids that comes through On3 and go through other places. There's a lot of other players that's trying to get to Oklahoma.
Now,
There's a lot of other players that's trying to get to Oklahoma. And what I mean by that is there might be a few that might want to flip.
Yeah.
To Oklahoma.
Yeah. Now, let me express to our so-called friends up in that state known as Missouri. Y'all got to come to Norman next year. And what Drink said after the game about Bob Stoops, don't think we
They
keep
gonna boat race his ass. Hey, look,
y'all are.
everybody better get their punches in on Oklahoma this year.
They bet that Coach, you and since I've known you, every podcast we've been on together, get your licks in this year because next year the boys are back in town. The bullies are back. You're gonna have to mess with us.
Damn that. Avengers assemble. We gonna look every and purple, yeah. Softball is a little bit different, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got like 14, 15 balls here, man, that I've signed when my daughters hit home runs or they won. We went to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee to play in the World Series. I've been blessed to coach my daughters in softball all their lives until they got to high school, and then I left them alone. That is the funnest sport to coach, man, because you're around those girls 24/7. Y'all sleep together, man. Y'all eat together, man. Y'all hang out, and then your parents and everybody. It is a family thing in softball. It's a little bit different than football or basketball, but we're going to transition into softball too, man, because I really believe that OU softball girls gonna be nasty as hell. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, yeah. Hey Jesse, if you come to the Missouri game next year, look me up, brother, because I'm going.
By that time next year, sooner, we're going to catch at least 4 games next year.
Yeah.
We're going to take our podcast to those games,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to have a tent.
Yep.
If I gotta bring my truck and everything, and have the fifth wheel on the back and everything, man, and do the podcast outside, it is what it is. But we're going to transition into feeling the real experience in the SEC.
Yeah. Yeah. And if y'all want, when we get everything set up, come to the booth, chat it up with us. It don't have to be about football. And if I don't know why, but if you want to take a selfie with us and have an autograph signed, we'll do that too. But I tell you what, I'll break your, as ugly as I am, I'll break a camera phone. You might not want to do that.
Hold on, Mike. Fatty says, so if we got to lose 15 to 18 scholarship players, I wonder who's not staying. Well, you ain't got to lose them.
No.
You can make them PWOs.
Yeah. You can make them PWOs, and that will.
And for those who don't know, that's preferred walk-ons. You don't have to lose them. I don't think. I mean, but there are some guys that are moving on that I understand. I think Hicks is one of them.
Yep.
There are some other players, man, that we can't mention that might be leaving. I think Coop had a good saying last night. I think he had a good assessment. He doesn't think that all the receivers are coming back next year. I think they are, but he says that with the talent that we got coming in, Cortez Mills and all these guys and Kearney and everything, are we going to be able to keep them and keep Burks and Nick and Andrell and Burks and who's the other one that I'm missing?
Let's see. Did you say Farouk?
Yep.
Let's see.
Who's the one that got hurt first? Torn ligament. I mean the
Jay Gibb.
Yeah.
Jaden Gibson.
He's the last one. I love them all to come back, man, because I think this team is going to be special next year. I really do.
I really do.
Now, if Georgia's quarterback don't come back,
ooh,
do you think that they fall off just a little bit?
They might, Coach. I mean, and look, Georgia is my second favorite team in the nation. And I'm sitting here looking at Carson Beck without Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers, and man, it, he's expecting his receiver and tight end to be Ladd and Brock, and they ain't it. They're you let's face it, Coach. Brock Bowers and Ladd McConkey was probably two of the best 1-2 combination catching passes last year
Yeah.
in the SEC, bar none.
Yeah.
But
They
yes, so I
they
don't
have to
know.
be keeping X Rob and Tatum. They only have one running back in the class. Well, you don't need no other running backs because you already got what you got. Of course, they're gonna lose Hicks. They're gonna lose Hicks. Uh, I don't know about Sawchuck.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about Franklin.
Yep.
I know that X Rob and Tatum and Barnes
Mm-hmm.
ain't leaving.
Boy, I, just for shits and giggles, could you imagine Barry Switzer with Javante Barnes, X Rob, and Tatum in that wishbone?
I know, dude. I know,
God almighty.
John Russell. Every year that happens, and I don't know why.
I don't know. I
It's
don't know
always
either.
something about driving while drunk or drunk driving or something. I don't know if it's just the cops down there in that county to where they're just, I don't know. But every damn time the season starts, we hear about a a a player from Georgia getting into a DUI or driving while drunk or something.
Or speeding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I I can go on offense last night. You know, Coach, and we kind of touched on it last night. When you got an offensive line coach like Big Bill, and you got the players that's played together the last 3 and 4 games, at some point they're going to start to gel. And I think that we seen that come together last night with our O line.
yeah,
I honestly feel that.
it's only going to get better. It's going to get better next year.
Oh,
These
yeah.
young guys are learning against quality opponents. It's not
Mhm.
against Maine. It's not against Sister Mary the Blind. It's not against It's against Alabama. It's against LSU. It's against so quote unquote Ole Miss,
Mhm.
Missouri. It's against these teams. Now
Iron sharpens iron.
next year they're gonna have a chance to go up against Michigan.
Mhm.
They're gonna have a chance to go up against Texas again.
Yep.
What what people fail to realize is just because OU had a bad season doesn't mean that Oklahoma is not progressing in the right direction. These coaches are coaching their ass off, man. They just got hit with the injury bug.
Mhm.
And I'm glad that Kurt Herbstreit
Herbstreit.
said it last night. He said it's unprecedented that a team have the top 5 receivers out.
Yeah.
He said there's
Well,
never been the 5 out.
I might be paraphrasing, but Herbstreit did say it there toward the last of the game. He said this don't look like a 5-5 team.
Dude, I watched Coach Smook's show last night. Oh, he was
Mhm.
livid.
Was he now?
But but he gave OU credit.
Yeah.
He was mad about the Georgia fans. I mean, excuse me, the Alabama fans. They were jumping off the ship. You know,
Yeah.
oh, no, it happens, man.
We
You
got
running
them in
for
our
your
fan
team,
base.
dude. We got some crazy ones on our side.
God.
When you wish harm on a man's wife, and
Yeah.
when you insult somebody because you are got a little alcohol in your system,
Mhm.
come on, man. This I want to try to make it. I want to try to make it make sense to everyone. I love football. Don't get it wrong. I love it. I love talking about it. I love talking to Sooner Legend and Jason and all these great podcast guys that talk about the sport.
Mhm.
But shit, man, life is hard.
It is.
Life is, I mean, shit. I mean, some people, man, don't understand, man, is that there are some real problems in this world, and football ain't fucking one of, excuse me, ain't one
Exactly.
of them.
Well,
That is
I
that is a luxury that you get to have to play and watch it.
I seen that locker room clip after the game last night on Twitter, and I tell you what, when BB was addressing the team, you could really tell he was fighting back tears, and I wouldn't have blamed him if he would have showed emotions. But that's not BV. But you could tell he was fighting back tears.
Yeah. Ooh, 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 hungry. I ain't never had that happen before. But
So
but yes, purple football is just a distraction.
yeah,
I just don't like when people, man, make football about life.
exactly,
Life is not 3 hours or 4 hours. Life is permanent. Football is just a 3 or 4 hour event
exactly.
that eventually is going to end. Good for one side, bad for another side.
Yeah,
So I got my heart is out for BV, man, because
yeah,
I've lost family members
I have to.
due to cancer.
Yeah,
So
Mama Legend passed away from it.
and man, and that's I try not to keep. I want to keep on sports a lot. I want to talk about sports a lot and not get sidetracked.
Mm-hmm.
But people need to hear this shit, man, from real
Yeah,
people on podcasts, man. Is that it's not going to be about sports all the time. It's some real shit going
yeah,
on, and I'm happy for the man, because as big as that game was last night, that man had to leave that stadium on the highest high point and go be with his wife and everything, man, and try to be there for her and fight
mm-hmm.
fight with her and all that. People don't see that, man. They just see, oh, you won. It just is it, it's just crazy, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, my podcast kills two birds with one stone, or two birds with one stone. For one, it helps me with my PTSD from the military from being a combat vet, and two, it helps me heal right here, losing my mother, which she's been gone since 2007. But don't think for one day that I really hate it when people says time heals all wounds. No, it doesn't. Not when you're not, because I was very close to my mother, very close. I'm not ashamed to admit that I was a card carrying mama's boy. But
Nothing wrong being a mama's boy.
the reason I was so close to mother was daddy was a truck driver, and he was gone anywhere from 12 weeks at a pop. He owned his own truck, so he was gone for 10, and my older siblings was at school, so it was just me and mama. So one thing I got out of I got two for the price of one. I got the love, the nurturing, the empathy, the heart, and consideration from mama, but daddy gave me that tough love where don't let anybody walk all over you. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
The one
this
thing I
pod, this
remember.
pod, yeah.
No, you good, man. Never apologize on this podcast. Never. The one thing that I remember my dad always told me, he said, if there isn't anything that I'm gonna do in this world, I'm gonna make sure to make you a man.
Mm-hmm.
Or make sure you can stand on your own 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you know how to take care of yourself. Make sure you be hospitable. Make sure you be, that old saying, mean what you say and say what you mean.
That's right.
If you tell a man you're gonna do something, you do it. You don't need no contract. Your
A
word is law.
handshake. A handshake.
So we forget those things, man. And when you
Yeah,
try to teach those lessons these days, man, they fall on deaf ears because
they do.
a lot of people are about me, 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 me.
Yeah.
What
What do
what
I
can you
get
do?
in return if I do this for you?
What can you do for me? So no, man, like I said, I love talking about this with
Yes.
you because we both feel the grief. Your mother passed, my
Mm-hmm.
dad passed. I still have my mom here, man, and like I said, she keeps everything on the up and up with everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm a mama's baby. She,
Yeah.
when I moved to Charlotte, I wasn't here a month. Here she come. She's like,
Well,
my baby's in Charlotte. I'm coming to Charlotte. It just is what it
I
is.
I didn't stand a Chinaman's chance in hell because I'm the baby of the family, so I was mama's baby. So good Lord.
I'm the middle child. I'm the middle child. They always say the middle child is always the worst one. I beg to disagree. The middle one keeps everybody balanced because
That's right.
my my youngest brother, he's the baby. My mom, everybody loves him. He's the baby. My sister, she's the oldest, you know. So I love it, man. Like I said, I love the life that I live, man. I'm thankful for every day, man, to be able to come on here and talk and shed light on football, shed
Yeah.
light on basketball, shed light on things that people might not know.
Mm-hmm.
I had a guy email me last week say, "Hey, coach, why they call you coach?" I said, "Well, I'm coach for about 25 years. Every sport you can think of." And he was like, "Oh," he said, "So what school?" So I told him. He went, did his little homework, came back like a few days later. He said, "Man," he said, "shit." He's like, "You pretty good, man." I said, "Yeah, I'm pretty good." He was like, "Dude, I saw you on TV down here, and you took a team, and y'all ain't lost in 3 years in basketball, and this and this and this." I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Damn, dude." He said, "You're a living legend." I said, "No, I'm just a guy that loves sports, that's been blessed to be able to coach it at a high level and have fun
Uh-huh.
doing it. That's it. That's it.
Boy,
That is it."
I, I tell you what, Coach. I tell you what what really hurts my heart though is I'm going to say it, and people's probably going to key my car tomorrow. But my Dallas Cowboys ain't. God,
I'm blessed. I don't have an NFL team. I don't. I don't watch NFL. I really don't.
well,
I really. I swear to you, I really don't. I have. I can't even tell you who. Now I take that back. I take that lie back. I like to watch Baker.
mm-hmm,
I love to watch Kyler. Anybody that's prior Oklahoma, I love to watch your team. But I'm
mm-hmm.
a damn good fan of Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah,
I
and
mean, I
I
mean, that's just me. That's just me. I
and
love.
I'll tell you why it was the Dallas Cowboys. Anybody my age or maybe 5 6 years younger, I'll say from that '69 down to '65 era, where we grew up with Roger Staubach.
Mhm.
And when Dallas Cowboys was the Dallas Cowboys. I mean,
Okay.
we was Dallas was the most hated team in the NFL in the '70s. But
Wow.
yeah,
I'm trying to
so
find who Oklahoma might play.
I would, I would love because now let me ask you this, Coach. Let's like say we do get USC. Do you
Mhm.
think? Do you think Lincoln Riley cares out of it and says we ain't going to play it?
Mm-mm. No, I think he's gonna try to prove something and get his feelings hurt. I'm just being honest. Here's here are 6 teams that they think Oklahoma might play.
Like, give it to us.
All right. First one, ESPN. ESPN think that Oklahoma will play Virginia Tech
That'd be a good one.
in the Gasparilla Bowl, December 20th. Then Mark something, something, something. I don't know what his last name is. He says West Virginia versus Oklahoma in the Independence Bowl.
Hmm.
Jerry Palm said, "Ooh, Oklahoma versus Kansas in the Francisco Bowl."
Mm.
24 Sports says Oklahoma versus USF in the Birmingham Bowl. And last but not least, on 3 says Oklahoma, and I would love this one.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I
Come on,
I'm just
Coach. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. It ain't USC.
Okay.
It ain't USC, but it's another team that I would love to play. No, let me make sure that's right. I read that right. I want to make you guess. Who you think it
Well,
is? It's a Big Ten
well,
team.
I'm going to scratch off the Little Rabbit Australia fighting dingoes. So, and it's a
It's a
Big
big
Ten team.
Big Ten team. It's a Big Ten team.
Michigan.
Shit, no. Put. Hey, if somebody guesses it, I'm not gonna do that because that's too easy. They'll be looking online and trying to find
Nebraska.
on. You close. You close. You are damn close. For real. You are close. Keep guessing.
Iowa. Iowa.
Nope. 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 Keep guessing.
Let's see. There's Nebraska.
While I'm looking for it again, y'all guys keep making some suggestions in there.
Minnesota.
Nope.
Wisconsin.
Bingo.
That's Jimmy Satterfield. I was going by his name.
Bingo. We get to play against the guy that we let go.
Oh my God.
We get to play against Tyree Walker.
Damn, well, boy, he'd be playing pissed off, wouldn't he?
Dude. Do you know, man, that would be a dream for him?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be more him saying, "Okay, DeMarco, I'm gonna show you the reason why I should have stayed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you why you should have paid me." But if Oklahoma comes in there like Oklahoma saw last night, I don't give a damn who they play. That defense, man, I've never seen an ESPN commentator say anything good about an OU defense in the last few years.
Me either.
Kurt Herbstreit said last night, this is the best defense he's seen anyone play this year.
Mm-hmm.
That means something to a 5-5 team. Oh, excuse me, a 6-5 team now.
6-5 team. So,
hey,
which leads me to this question.
what's up?
Does that finally put us in the elite status? Because I've been saying we've been an elite defense all year.
The defense has always been elite. They just been overshadowed by the atrocious offense.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, if Oklahoma could be number 70 in offense, they would be, they would be 8-3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 8-3.
And you know, there's
at least
a very damn good possibility that we'll finish this season up 8-5.
Let's say if it is Arbuckle. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say that if it is Arbuckle. I was telling Coop last night, and I think you was on there. It's showing what I was been preaching all this time. You need time to be an OC. You just can't say, "Oh, I'm an OC," and have a playbook, and you just start calling plays, and you're like, "Damn, the shit don't work." It's
Mm-hmm.
a feel. OC is a feel for the game.
Yep.
You have to put. It's like a puzzle. You can't put this piece over here and this piece over here if it don't go. What do they always say an OC should do after a turnover? Go deep.
You got me there, coach.
Go deep.
Go deep. Okay, yeah, go deep.
After every turnover, they always say, "I would come out and just go deep on them," because I look sooner in Texas. I'm not gonna say here and lie to you. When I heard that it was Arbuckle, I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm not gonna say here and lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. All day today, I've been going through old footage of Washington State. I've been going through footage of him and his play calling and his scheme. One thing I've learned about OCs, and maybe you can attest to this, Sooner Legend. An OC at Tulane, that you take that same OC out of Tulane and put him in Oklahoma. Oh, he gonna shine like a big dog because he got all the thoroughbreds.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sit here and say Arbuckle has lack of experience. He's never had the talent.
Yeah.
He's never had a talent. So this is what I always tell people: when you have that OU shirt, OU logo on your shirt, you can walk into anybody's living room and get that kid. You can't do that with Tulane. So Tulane, you have to scheme. You got
Mm-hmm.
to do trick plays. You got to do things that catch people off guard because you don't have the Jimmy and Joes.
Yeah.
Oklahoma has the Jimmy and Joes. So
Yep.
that's the only thing I got to say about the lack of experience and everything. Because when I came into coaching, I had playing experience, but I didn't have coaching experience. And I learned on the job. But I got
Mm-hmm.
very good at my job because I put in all the hard work. I put in all the hard work to do that. So, hey, it is what
Fatty
it is. But
71, Fatty 71 asked, "Does Arbuckle have a quarterback that would follow?"
oh yes, Meta. Oh yeah, Meta coming. If it
And
is
he's a
Arbuckle,
him. And
if it
he's
is
a him.
no, he's another Baker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a
He is
him.
another Baker. I shit you guys not. Go watch the video of the kid. I'm just telling you, he's another Baker. You're gonna love it. Look, he does what Michael Hawkins does. Dive in the end zone. If he gets propelled in the end zone, it is what it is. He
Mm-hmm.
gives his body up every single time for that extra yard. I think it's a great hire. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Any OC we get, it's gonna be better than what we have.
Yeah. I mean, when I looked at the list of all the potential, quote unquote, after all this, after all this came down with Seth,
Mhm.
any one of them potential OCs that Sooner Illustrated pointed out, they all averaged over 400 and something yards and over 400 something points. I'm like, any one of them.
Yeah.
Hey, Comanche Sooner, how you doing, brother?
What's up, bud? What's up? I like
Yeah.
the I like the little rattlesnake with Lincoln's head on it. That shit is nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Uh, hold on. Sooner in Texas, he has 3 years total experience. Yes,
hmm
Lincoln had less, but the reason why he has 3 years total and everything is that is official OC calling.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't. I've had 10 years of. I when I first started coaching, I was a D back coach because I played defensive back, and then I transitioned into from defensive back to wide receiver coach
Uh-huh.
because I played wide receiver. Then I transitioned into a quarterbacks coach because I played quarterback. So I got all these jobs. So I learned every trade, every scheme, everything. So when I became an OC, I knew what the running backs wanted. I knew what the wide receivers wanted. I knew
hmm
what the D backs did. I taught my guys how to watch a D back stance and
Yeah.
watch which foot comes out first, which foot goes out left. Does he backpedal? Does he go lateral? Does he go right? I teach these guys these things because any little thing I can teach you to get an edge, I'm going to teach you.
Yeah. Which goes
So
back which goes back to saying you was exploiting the weakness.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, we all know football by just
Mhm.
watching it. But if okay, so Legend, how long you been watching football?
Good God, since 1971.
Okay, so 1971. So 1971. So you've been watching football for 53 years, correct?
Pretty much.
You know football very well.
I know this. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't
No,
know.
no, no, no. No, my point I'm trying to make is you would be considered a 51, a 51. You got 53 years of experience because you know football.
Mm,
But can you call a football game?
shit, no.
I always counter that with people and everything when I tell them this and everything. I was OC for 6 years. You know how many times I've scored under 10 points in 6 years?
I mean, zero. Now let me back that up, Coach. Let me
Okay,
back
go
that
ahead.
up.
Go ahead.
I wished I could take this technology and go back to. I'm going to say, for lack of better, for lack of better term, I would like to take this technology back to 1973, work forward through OU's program, because let me tell you something, I could break down a freaking wishbone offense like it and a 5-2 defense.
When you run a wishbone, the
Mhm.
best defense for a wishbone is what? Do you think it is?
Nebraska, I think they run a 5-2, and they just rushed everybody in the backfield because you could break up the pitch man and the off man. I think it was a 5-2 defense that they, if I remember right.
I tell people all the time, whenever I see an option team or whatever, I go to a 46 defense.
That's right. Damn it.
That means that's 8 man in the box. 8 men in the box.
Yeah.
6 players on the line of scrimmage. 2 linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I ask those questions, because I like to always tell people and everything is that it's a feel. It's a
Mhm.
feel. And if you don't, what's going on, big dog?
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
Hey, he's alive.
I think I missed the memo. I was on at 6.
You
Do apologize.
you didn't get the text? You didn't get it? Oh man, now I feel bad. Now I feel bad.
No. You good? You're good. Yeah. Hey. We won. It's all good.
Hey.
That's gumbo.
Hey, no, we were just explaining. I was explaining to him what a 46 defense is
8 man in the box. Yeah.
against a option team. Team that won the triple option. I said, if you don't run a 46, you're at a disadvantage. You can get killed.
Yeah, you don't want to run a 4-3 defense on a wishbone.
No.
Well, you can't get the linebackers to the out fast enough.
Yeah, they got to be dogs. They got to be dogs.
Well, they got to be fast dogs. they got to have some 4-4, But I'm glad you're on here, Bishop. I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
When was the last time, and I think Sooner Legend already answered it, when was the last time a defense like last night for Oklahoma? No. When was the last time OU played that type of defense in a ball game against a competitive team?
It had to be Layman back with Rocky Thomas years where they just dominated.
He's close. It was actually 04.
04. Okay.
Yeah, when we beat Texas 12-0.
Oh, okay.
AD's freshman year where he rushed for 218 as a freshman.
Oh, excuse me. Yes.
And if I remember right, Coach and Bishop, Vince Young didn't do nothing that game. I mean,
no. He was a pup, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's a pup at that time.
Yeah.
Does last night's game give you an indicator of how good OU is going to be next year?
Oh yeah.
Oh
no
hands
doubt.
down.
So is the memo out now?
Yeah.
Is the memo out? And
yeah.
So if Georgia loses Carson Beck, and Ewers is gone next year, are there any other? I'm pretty sure Jackson Dart gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think he's a senior now, or I don't think they can afford him for another year.
That would leave you with I'm a lava leva or.
Well, no, I'm trying to see who's going to be the experienced quarterback coming back in the SEC.
That'll be Leva from Tennessee.
Okay, Tennessee's one. Who else?
Okay, I'm trying to think.
What about that quarterback from South Carolina?
Yeah.
Two.
Paiva is he's a senior, ain't he?
He's a senior.
Pavia?
Yeah.
He's a senior. Does Milroe come back next year?
Oh, he's gone.
No, he's gone.
He's gone. Okay. Hey, you better leave this year.
Uh-huh.
You better
What
leave
about
this year.
What about that quarterback from Florida?
He's just
Oh,
fresh,
Lagway is a true freshman.
so he'll
Okay.
be back. So that's 3.
Yeah.
What I was trying to get y'all to understand is, let's say OU gets Arbuckle,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and he brings Matter.
Ooh,
Okay, so
that's going to
Matter
be
there.
very ugly.
You got Jaden O'Neal, who reclassified.
Yeah.
You have probably you have Michael Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if you are an OC, and like I was trying to tell Legend and some people in the comments, when you have an OC that's at Tulane
Yeah.
and he calls plays for Tulane, it might not look that good. But when you take that OC and put that Tulane OC and take him to Oklahoma, you see a great improvement. The reason being, he has those dogs. He has those Jimmy and Joes.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
whoever they bring in, OU is going to be way, way, way better on the offensive side
Yeah.
next year.
And
Yeah.
I think what we saw is the fabric of we are now a defensive-led football team. So all we need is a offense that can move the ball, score 21 to 28 points, and our defense can do the rest.
Facts.
Are you guys still? Can you guys still believe that they won that game last night?
I told you, Coach. I had to watch it 4 different times today to make sure we didn't lose it.
Dang. Hey, me and Mike are twins. Me too. Look, hold on. I was watching on my phone and on the TV at the same time.
Dang,
I
Bishop,
do.
you was-
No, I do. Look, I'll be here at my computer. I'll have it on my TV screen. And I
Yeah.
have it on my damn phone.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that I saw what I saw. I want to make sure. Come on, I said, baby, that makes no sense. You watching the same damn thing on the same, baby. Hey, I'm guilty.
let's just say going into that game yesterday, I didn't have. I thought Jalen Milroe would play a better game. I didn't have us winning by 21 points on my bingo card. I thought it would come down to a last second field goal or something. At 21 points, and also I didn't have Alabama only scoring 3 points the whole game on my bingo card.
Yeah.
Good take, Jimmy. I forgot about Green from Arkansas.
Got Green from Arkansas.
Right. But
But
you know, the thing about it is that all year long, this defense hinted at the potential, but it had to be this game because it was David versus Goliath,
it was.
and without a shot of a doubt, we put it on them. We not put it on them. We made them like it.
Yes, Stephen G, I would accept JA coming back. I sure would. I mean, I really ain't had a problem with JA. He just ain't had a good quarterbacks coach until Kevin Johns got a hold of him.
The one thing I would say is that I'm thankful that they committed to something. And if that means, okay, we're going to have a low passing rating, but we're going to commit to the run, commit all the way. And that's exactly what we did.
How about this, Bishop and Coach?
Go ahead.
They had a game plan to win that game last night.
Facts.
Well, they had a game plan of we don't care if it is Alabama coming in here.
Right.
We're gonna play our game, and like they always say, the standard is the standard.
The standard is the standard.
And we won that game in that the third half, the third quarter. That BB is always saying that we have been missing all year long, and when we started dominating, is in the third.
Mm-hmm.
Did Milroy look discombobulated to you?
He did. And Bishop, I said this to Coach Rick at the first of the podcast. after Stutz hit him in that first series, Jalen wasn't Jalen the whole game.
Let's just say that that hit did a lot to put something in him where he was a little hesitant the whole entire night. Just when he think he's about to break and he'll see someone, he'll go straight down versus trying to, power into him from other games.
I'm gonna tell you guys something, man, and this is real life, and this is honest God true. And I feel bad because thank God I'm a changed man now. But I had this thought process,
Mm,
and we all thought that way back in the day. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, okay?
right.
We live in a society, and sooner or later, you know this. Me coming from Spiral, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever, and this is being real, whenever I line up against another guy,
Mm-hmm.
and if he's a white guy,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be honest. The way I was taught is you can't match what I bring.
Exactly.
Mm.
And trust me, guys in the comments, look, I'm not trying to say
Right.
anything
I know what
negative.
you're doing.
I'm not trying to say
No,
anything
no, that
negative. I'm
no.
just
That's
telling
that's
you back in the
it's
80s and 90s, the
yeah,
thought process that coaches put into you,
facts.
that's disrespectful that they're putting a white kid on you. And but I got my ass humbled that day.
Yeah.
Hey, that, and to this day, me and his name Stacy George, white kid, out of Wagner. Let me tell you, man, I ran a 9 route. I thought I'm gonna run right by him.
Mm-hmm.
I look up, he in my back pocket. He in my back pocket, and I'm like, oh shit. And he looked like Shaggy, man. He just a normal, cool dude, man. But dude, he remind me of a player like Matt Jones that played for Arkansas back in the day.
Right.
That delusional speed that he don't look like he fast, but he'll run right by you. I say this to say this. I say that to say this. Sometimes, man, a guy on Twitter last night said, "Oh, see, there we go. There we go. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it
Hey,
was."
Coach, can you take me backstage for a minute? I got to take care of. I'll be right back.
All right, all right. I knew that was coming. So in Texas, man, I'm about to get to what I'm gonna say. A lot of guys that was on Twitter last night, I swear to God, they were like, he said, and they said WB, which I know WB means white boy. He said that WB had him all shook the whole game. And it made me feel bad because I was like, why do we always got to put a color to it versus he just hit your ass and that's all it was. All night, everybody had his. I mean, dude, he was running for his life the whole damn night. White, black, Indian, Puerto Rican, Mexican, whatever you want to think, they had his ass. They had his number last night. So I just think, man, that after that hit, after Ethan Downs hit him,
Yeah.
after Pollard hit him, I said to myself, I don't want to hear no more shit about these white boys can't play. They're young men that have been taught at a high level, and they have a lot more going for them right now. Because we didn't have strength and conditioning, we didn't have nutrition and all that kind of stuff back in the day. We didn't have any of that shit. We went off
No.
natural talent, and
Yeah.
that was it. So sooner in Texas, I was just making a point of what people on social media was saying, not what I was saying. But back in the day, I did think that way. Back in the day,
Yeah.
so
Well, hey, the simple fact is that um, that it was a time at that time that a lot of things that was going then wouldn't go now. But last night, Mr. Stutz met Miro in the hole
That
and
was,
said, "How you do?
that was a beautiful hit.
How
Oh
do
my
you do?
beautiful. You
How
know,
do you do?"
that
And
reminded
here's
me
the
of
thing
a Ray
about it.
Lewis hit.
He got affected. Miro got affected because every time he thought he thought he had the game because they had a all planned out that he was
Yeah,
supposed to follow the running back.
yeah, yeah.
How would
And
you
then
like to? How would you
look,
like to have had all 250 pounds of Trace Ford falling down on you last night?
look, hey, coach, he wanted to stay down.
Hey,
He did.
they
He's like,
teach you.
"Oh,
They teach you. Get up. Get up.
yeah,
Come on the
come on, bro.
sideline and do that. But
Yeah,
sometimes, man, you just can't.
you're the
Yes,
leader.
Hey, never let them see you hurt. Was all. Look, I'm gonna tell you what I just told Sooner Legend earlier. Go ahead and give R. Mason Thomas the defensive player of the SEC this year.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
That man has been terrorizing. He's Freddy Krueger. He's been terrorizing everybody's ass.
And the thing is, he's just in a third of his bag.
Yeah,
Could you imagine him next year?
my
I
God.
love when Kirk was saying you got Ford on one side, you got R. Mason Thomas on the other side. Where can he go?
Where can he go?
I love hearing that shit. Where can he go?
And then you
That
had
And I
Donald.
mean, they were bringing smoke.
They were. I will say this from a defensive standpoint, which is my favorite. Bishop, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Is it was nice to see that defensive line moving furniture last night. I mean,
facts.
that's the best way to describe it. They were moving furniture, and
to answer your question, Patty, 5
mhm.
on
I'll
defense.
say this. Yeah. Here's the truth of the matter is that we told Alabama, by the way we played, we're more physical than you, and documentation gonna be conversation tonight. Either you got it or you don't, but you better toe the line because we're
Mhm.
bringing each and every moment and
This
made them like it and made them
Mhm.
like it.
And I, you know, I've never had beef with Alabama fans ever. And but one thing I've been, but I know they're out there because we got them in our fan base. But I seen a few. Oh, let's just say they're probably trolls to begin with.
Right.
But what you what you got to understand is Oklahoma was tired of being bullied in their own house, and they when Alabama got there last night, they said, "Not tonight, Satan. Y'all ain't coming in here pushing us around." Like I gave my analogy of the wounded dogs a while ago,
Yeah.
Coach. I mean, I still feel that there's not a team in the NCAA that could have beat Oklahoma last night. Hey, Jason.
You know what's so awesome about it is that we were so basic on offense, and yet our defense was so dominating that that's all we needed.
Bishop, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was expecting any time last night that the wishbone was going to come back.
That's all right. It would have. Hey, look, it would have put.
It would have worked last night.
Yeah. And I'll tell you the one
hey,
thing I realized last night is that our D linemen are ready for the SEC, and then our offensive line is. Let's give them kudos. They grew up big this year. They grew up
mhm.
big.
I tell you what, seeing what I've seen out of I'm just going to use Jaden Jackson as my example.
Right.
Seeing what what we've seen out of this young man this year, can you see? Next year he gonna be freaking nasty. He gonna be like a rabid dog on a hunk of meat, and go try to tank that hunk of meat.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Coach.
No, I'm just gonna show you something. That's the one they got. That's the Nike one
Awesome.
they got. And then
Get y'all's, man. Hook up with Coach. Coach
no,
Rick's got some beautiful stuff.
I'm gonna get, like I said, I'm gonna get Jason, you, me, all the ones that's on there. And there, I'm gonna get us one. So whenever we go on, we'll have it on there. But I'm gonna give you guys
There
some
you go.
stats from last night. I'm gonna give you guys some stats since I'm a stat guy
Go ahead.
and I love stats. Jalen Milroe, 11
Uh-huh.
to 20, 11 to 26 for 164 total yards, 6.3 yards a pass, 3 interceptions. All right.
Wow.
Alabama rushing. I want to make sure I get this right because I don't want to feel like a damn fool and everything when I do this. Hold on, I'm gonna break it down. All right, there we go. Alabama rushing. They rushed 30 times for 70 yards.
Wow.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
I didn't quite hear that.
Yes. Alabama rushed 30 times for 70 yards. 2.3333.
The repeating decimal.
And here's the fun part: 11 yards was their longest run for the whole night. All right.
And for
Ryan,
Bama, that's unheard of.
well, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not done. We got a lot more.
He ain't
Oh,
done.
no. You keep going.
Ryan Williams, the best receiver. Some people say this in the college right now. Eli Bowen had his ass on lockdown. He had 2 receptions for 37 yards.
Wow.
A 30-yard pass was his longest pass. All right. Now,
Yeah.
here's the fun part. Xavier Robertson. Remember when we were talking about him burning his red shirt?
Yeah.
What did we say? He has to at least have how many?
About 18 to 20 carries.
He had 18 carries.
Hey, hang on a second, Coach. Jason, thank you for the $2 super chat. Bama in their fields, are they? Oh yeah.
Hold on. Bama in their feelings. Oh yeah. Look, my neighbor is a Bama fan, and before the ball game, we went out to Five Guys yesterday, and he was talking about, "Hey man, this game might get ugly later, so I'm glad we eating together and doing fellowship before the ball game." I said, "Okay." I said, "Yeah, man, it might get ugly, but hey, as long as we don't get embarrassed, I'm good." Well, he called me at halftime. "Man, what the fuck going on, man? We ain't doing this. We ain't doing it." I said, hold on. Hey, man, the game ain't over. We've been known to play good the first half. Second half, so it was 10-3. 5 minutes later, he called me. "Motherfucker, throwing the damn ball to the wrong damn person. What the hell's going on?" I said, "Dude, it's just 24-3. Calm down." Because I'm nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be like, "Hell yeah, man, we gonna whoop y'all that." Because I know soon when I say that, the Jackson Arnold sweepstake bowl game starts. He just started giving the ball away. But he came over here after the ball game and told me, he said, "Look, that was a good old backyard ass whooping that y'all gave us. No excuses,
Mm-hmm.
no nothing." He said, "We have never been beat down like that, ever."
Yeah.
So Xavier Robinson had 18 carries for 107 yards, 5.9 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. Oklahoma rushed 50 times for 257 yards. 5.1 yards a carry.
And Coach Ricks, do you have the time of possession?
37 37 and some change, Oklahoma, and 20, 25, 26 and some change on Alabama. We kept them off the field last night.
That was the game plan.
Hey, it didn't matter though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm being honest, guys. It didn't. Look, that defense last night. I don't. I'm being honest, man. I don't know what the hell happened last night. That team just. It just makes you wonder, man. If we would have had a just a decent OC, a decent offense, we'd be right there with the best of them.
One thing, Coach. Jason had a question. Do you know how many tackles Stutz had last night?
I'm gonna see right now.
But I've been saying since the Seth Luttrell and Bishop can back me up because I've talked with Bishop about this on the telephone. We were an OC and a quarterback away from being top tier talent. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you asked that in the chat. Sorry, brother.
You're good. Sorry, bro.
Let me catch back up to where he asked that question at. Hold on. Jason asked that question.
Oh, I guess he didn't. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't.
Maybe it was somebody else.
Well, like I was trying to.
It was Thunder OU Sooner. I'm sorry, Jason. My bad. Thunder OU Sooner. So how many tackles did Stutzman get last night?
Stetson had 4 total tackles. 4 tackles, 4 total tackles, 1 solo.
We finally arrived. That's perfect because that tells me that it wasn't all on him.
Man, can you imagine when we get Sammy Omosigho and those guys in next year? Good God Almighty!
Here's the stat that nobody's talking about.
Let's hear. Let's hear.
How many tackles for loss did OU have?
There were several.
Can y'all guess?
12?
Close.
14?
Now going the wrong way.
13.
13.
13?
For loss. And what they're talking about is when the ball's here and you lose a yard, that's a tackle for loss.
Yeah.
13.
That's domination.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's
Jason
domination.
has been, look, me and Jason and everybody, all season long, we've been telling everybody, Oklahoma defense is elite.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks, oh, well, look, their offense, man, has just been disarray all season. But that defense, that's why I said my MVP so far for this year is Zach Alley, man, because
yes, sir.
As good as the defense has been, that young man is gonna get a raise. Because that defense, man, look, that defense has been top notch. They just been on the field too damn long all season.
Yeah.
So
and Jason, I've been hearing you, Jason.
No, Jason been, man, look, they've been crucifying Jason's ass. Talking about no, look, y'all are looking at the offensive side and making that an overall observation of this team.
Yeah.
There's 2 sides to a damn football team. Well, there's actually 3. There's 3 phases to the game: special teams, defense, and offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
well, just think about each and every game that we were making major mistakes, and yet they just couldn't run it downhill, making it a blowout because the defense kept playing.
Yeah.
And so the one thing I will say is that it was never the defense's fault. It might have been some games where they had some spottiness, but if our offense had any type of production and minus the less the mistakes,
yeah,
man, it looked like a totally different schedule.
Hey, Mr. Dillagaff, you're absolutely right. Even though the wide receivers didn't have a big game, statistically, they blocked their butts off. There was a lot of wide receivers blocking. There's two that I
Yeah,
know for a fact. JJ Hester had a damn good block
Oh yeah, he
to
did.
to get
yeah, he did.
get Xavier Robinson on the outside to score a touchdown.
Jason, yes, we did argue about that, sir, but you have showed me the error of my ways, my friend.
Uh-oh. First lady,
First lady.
can you please share Jalen's negative yards? I still love the kid, but I'm a sore winner. Right? All right, let me go look. Let me go look. Let me go look. Let me go look. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna go look and see how
For
many
sure.
negative yards
For
he
sure.
had.
Can you
Well,
imagine,
go ahead.
with our new studs coming back next year, like
Yeah.
Boogeyman and even though Eli's played all year, but you got Eli coming back. Dude, we're going to be monsters on defense next year.
And the key is, with or without Gentry Williams,
Yeah.
we're gonna be monsters.
Yeah.
All right.
And see, that's all we ever wanted, is that it doesn't matter who you put in there. Once they get in there, they dominate the moment.
Now
And
let
that's
me
what
ask
we need.
let me ask y'all this: do we see more PJ Barway next year?
No doubt.
You're gonna have to mix him in. You mix him in with those rest of the guys and everything because you want to keep that competitive depth going. You want to keep that. People don't understand when we say we play 5 freshmen. You don't play them all at the same damn time on the same damn
Right.
line. You got to
Right.
mix them in so it doesn't look like there's a mixed match anywhere. But you want them to get that. You want to get that gameplay in because gameplay and practicing are 2 different damn things.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to get to this comment here because this is another thing. Did y'all see Dasan McCullough all over the field last night?
Dude, we missed him. You know how bad we missed him?
Bad.
Did you see the one hit that he took on the offensive line guy
Yes, I did.
and knocked that guy? I'm like, dude, you like 230 pounds. That dude like 3 something. But he moved his ass backwards.
Move future.
But Kenley K, to answer your question, he had 15 carries for 7 yards. So in my mind and stats, I say he had negative 8 yards, but they can't give him that. They said he had 15 carries for 7 yards. So here's my thing.
Who is Milrow?
How can you have 15 carries and it's 7 yards? Wouldn't that be negative 8?
In my book, but hey, I know I know people try to dress up. So
my math is mathing.
Hey, I know fractions. I know all that, and I know if I carry the ball 15 times and I got 7 yards, I'm negative 8. I got to catch up in my book.
Hey, Coach, can you? Under OU Sooners says, "What the heck was that no-touch penalty against Bama? That was a bogus call."
Now say it again now.
That no-touch penalty last night.
Oh, you mean illegal touching?
Yeah, legal touching.
It was a bad call because he was in a slot. He was in a slot. They had the tight end on the line. They had the wide receiver in a slot, but then they had another wide receiver on the outside, which was the Y. Now, the one that was ineligible was the one on the outside. I mean, the one on the inside. The tight end was ineligible. He couldn't have caught the ball because the outside guy covered him up. So the slot could catch the ball. That was a bad call. I mean, but realistically, the game was still out of hand. So it was a bad call. I mean, they missed it. I mean, but I'm a big believer that one bad call ain't gonna cost you the ball game.
No,
we ain't saying that now.
Because we had a lot of damn bad calls last year, and that shit counted against us in the Big 12. So
Boy, you know, if there's any about Alabama fans that haven't commented, and you're watching, this is not geared to you. But I love when Oklahoma beats Alabama because I get to watch Paul Feinbaum squirm in his chair and make every excuse for why Alabama lost and say, hey, Oklahoma beat the hell out of us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how they put it in the stats. Delgaf, that's how they put it in the stats. Yeah, they had it 15 carries, 7 yards, 0.4558 yards per carry. How in the hell can you get 0.48? That's like
And
you
can
ain't,
yeah, go
how
ahead.
can you do ain't no damn 0.4, ain't no damn football. It's either a yard or 2 yards. Ain't no damn point.
I know. Yeah. And let's give our boy Eli Bolin some love, man, because the way he locked down Williams, man.
And you know, it's like me and Coach Ricks talked about at the start of the show. Williams just now turned 18 years old. He's going to be making money in the pros, and Eli Bowen, also a true freshman, sticking to him like super glue. I mean,
This is my
His
thing about Eli Bowen.
his football IQ is phenomenal.
yeah,
He's cerebral. Let's be honest. For him, he is cerebral. He pay attention to the small details, and because of that, he knows how to be in the right position at the right time and make sure he knows the rules of the game, and
mhm.
it shows. So
Let me tell you this:
Remember
if he was, and I shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna say it. If he was 6'2",
yeah,
first round draft pick,
no doubt,
Yeah.
first round draft pick.
no doubt.
you
Go.
talking about Williams from Alabama?
No,
Eli.
Eli,
Eli.
yeah.
If he was
Yeah,
6'2",
If he was 6'2", number 1 draft pick.
yeah.
I will put that on anything, because all last night, as good as Williams was, I'm being honest, and like I said, I like Ryan Williams, man. I think he made some hellacious catches against Georgia and everybody all season long. But the interception that Eli got, did you see how Ryan was? He didn't think he was getting the ball. He just looked like, I don't know what he thought, but he didn't make a move. He didn't do anything. And then
yeah,
it just last night was when Oklahoma beat Georgia in the it was when they beat Georgia in the 2015. What's going on, big dog?
What's up, fellas?
Well, hello, Jason.
Man,
What's
what
up?
up, Jay?
How
the
you
Goon
guys?
Squad is together.
And Jason, I gave you a shout out. I said you showed me the error of my ways that night about the elite defense.
Yep, I'm still a little salty about that shit.
Go ahead. Go on. Hey, this is your moment. Hey, talk your ish.
No, yeah, I'm still a little salty about that, man.
Hey, anybody that's watching that's
Unelite
watching,
that defense is from everybody, and then watching what they did yesterday. Come on, man. Come on.
if there's anybody that's watching in this chat and you're not commenting, if you have Danny Stutzman's jersey, would you kindly give it back to him? Bunch of thieving idiot.
Somebody stole his jersey.
Yeah, somebody stole his jersey out of his locker last night.
Damn.
Yeah, he tweeted that out today.
That's
That's
wild.
foul.
It had to be a staff member. They want that jersey.
Everybody in the locker room, it doesn't feel like, right?
They want that jersey, man.
Yeah.
Apparently, they allowed some fans come in the locker room last night, or somebody broke in, or
Somebody to fuck it up for everybody else.
yep.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
That ain't
They
happening
come
no
in
more.
Hey,
God.
Well, Jason, I haven't got to talk to you since the game other than last night,
Mhm.
and we've had time to stew on it or sleep on it.
Kilohorse.
Are you like me and Coach and Bishop? Did you have to watch the game 3 or 4 different times today to make sure we won it?
I watched it twice today. Yeah, I watched it twice. I kind of, the first time I was watching it real slow and kind of going back and watching plays over and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next time I just kind of watched it through again. And yeah, I mean, look, what I saw the most, I'll say one more thing about the elite defense stuff. Ask Jalen Milroe what he thinks. Jalen Milroe, what he thinks.
That gumbo is scorching.
That picture you sent me, Jason, that picture you sent me when during the headlights, dude, he looked like shit. I mean, I felt bad for the kid, man. Like I said, because he was getting hit from every angle. And I love when Kurt Herbstreit was like, you got R. Mason Thomas on one side, you got Ford on the other side, and then the magic word, where can he go?
Where can he go?
And then Ethan played his ass off too.
Oh my God! How about Ethan Downs, man?
Ethan made some money last night.
All love to Ethan Downs, dude, and I still eating crow over that one. You know, his first year, the first year that BB was here, and we were like, man, you got to move Ethan, move him in. You know, we got it because he just wasn't quick enough to get around that outside, but he's such a monster now.
Yeah.
Smitty, but he already has so much you could stack a lot on him, right?
Yeah.
But he's turned him into he's an actual NFL guy now. Why he hasn't been, and you know, we should probably take this time to shout that out, is that why he didn't get a Senior Bowl invite is bullshit. They need to handle that. Give that man a Senior Bowl invite.
Facts.
They didn't give Ethan Downs a Senior Bowl invite?
No. It's still early yet. They should make men.
He was a first team all Big 12 defensive player that year that we didn't think he was that damn good. And then preseason for the next year, he was so much better last year and even this year too. I mean, I've said it over.
He took over at the Texas game.
We're way off the mark on that damn call. Way off the mark.
Does it make you guys appreciate how important Miguel Chavis is?
Yes.
Because all his guys are eating. R. Mason, I was telling everybody, you might as well just go ahead and get R. Mason Thomas the damn SEC Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
That dude is shit.
Dude, he's the dog. He's a dog. And then, I mean, to me, you know, you guys talked about the 4 tackles or whatever that Danny had. The one was big. The one was huge because it was the one that made Jalen Milroe not want to run that damn foot.
Yeah.
That's that they call it, that's that Ray Lewis hit. Where everything stops. No, I mean, Ray Lewis had a saying, I hit you so hard because I want you to realize I'm coming every single time.
Every single time.
Single time.
Catch this.
That was that hit.
The Sean McKellen.
That literally was that hit.
He was coming. I mean, everybody came.
Play too, man. Second play of the game, but I talked about it last night twice. You know, we said it on both shows, but I think it meant, you know, you asked me how many times I watched it. I kept watching that play right before the end of the half, where, you know, when Milroe, they had to scramble to get that first down, and he got that first down, but he saw the defenders coming and he went down.
Yes,
immediately. Yeah. He did not want to run and get hit again like that. He did not want to run. And I mean, you saw him. He just went to the ground. No reason.
No rhyme or reason.
And you've never really seen him do that before.
Yeah, he got a rhyme and a reason. He didn't want no more smoke. That Dumbo was too spicy for him.
Facts. Hit him with it.
Jason, if Eli Manning was 6'2".
You mean Eli Bowen?
Yeah.
Eli Bowen. Yeah.
Eli Bowen. If he was 6'2", would he be a number 1 draft pick next year?
In 2 years, he could be. Yeah. Listen, I think that he's still going to play in the NFL because he's just that good. If he can stay healthy, which, you know, he hadn't really had any big issues as far as that is concerned. He made a couple of big tackles yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, he's not afraid of making tackles. So yeah,
so
man.
Texas, you look, I can't put you in timeout. That's crazy.
Come on now.
Why would you even say that, man? Somebody died that night. You talking crazy?
Oh man, I think no man, and Ray was he was acquitted for that, guys. Come on now.
Yeah.
But listen, man, those. I mean, I like Eli though. He was in for as good as. There's no two ways around it. Number 2 can go, man.
Yeah.
Ryan Williams,
Straight up,
he
bro.
is
Ryan
good,
is
man.
so good, right? And
He's
that dude, he was in his pocket all day. He made it hard. I mean, Ryan Williams made mistakes because of it, dropped balls because of it. I mean, you know, he was. They were kind of even in his head, and like for him to take that punt at the 2 like that on act. I mean, it came right at him. He kind of instinctively did it. It felt like.
Yeah.
But you got to get out of the way. And you don't have a brain fart like that if you're not, you know, but they were in their fields. They just didn't have, they weren't getting it going, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
What I felt on that kick was, hey, we're down this much. We need to make a play somehow.
Well,
Yeah.
the rule of thumb is you don't go past the 10-yard line.
Exactly.
That's the rule of thumb.
Yeah,
Rule of thumb is
I'm gonna share
you're on the
something with
10,
y'all.
you don't even try to field it. You get out of the way.
Yeah. But I was listening to Teddy and Gabe earlier, and Teddy seems to feel that when you're down 21 and all you know,
You want to try to make a play there.
you want to try to make a play, you know, something. And
He wasn't making a play with that one. He wasn't gonna make
not today, Satan.
Hey, let me share it with y'all. Ryan Williams on that very first kickoff return ran into Mr. Powers. And people say it in that stadium. You could see it, hear it all the way up to the top.
Yep.
dude.
And
They
that
got
was
hit.
Him and Bo.
that was it. That's TKO. That
Blow him up.
from that point on, Ryan Williams was seeing ghosts.
Man, RP3 and Boogeyman's gonna be God.
Yeah, Big Bo calls him Fright Night.
Yeah, Fright
Yeah,
Night.
Fright Night.
Hey,
And
The
guys,
hammer.
how long's it been since we got to relish in a defensive secondary like this? I mean, this is a dream to me because on being a defensive guy that I am, that secondary, man, that's where you get to see the slobber knockers in your helmet come off and broke ribs and
Listen, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying seeing this. It's like the difference is the floor. You know, Coop talked about it a lot of times. Is these guys are just the guys that they're recruiting, and this is why, you know, it's as quick as a lot of people were to want to pull the plug there. You know, on BV, you can't because you don't see this kind of recruits coming in, particularly on that side of the ball. You just haven't seen it. So it's one of those things where, man, you got to be really careful about pulling the plug on this thing too fast, because the people that thought that Oklahoma wasn't SEC ready or whatever, you know better than that now. Don't be that's not crazy. We know better than that now. So to me, I'm of the opinion that you just are there some things that need to be cleaned up? Absolutely. Would you like to, you know, we've talked about it ad nauseum of what you want to see more of from Coach V. He's still on that learning curve. They need to get a guy in there that can kind of help him be that guy, you know, and do those things. But he is learning and it's getting better. And last night, look, I think that he had to have been in the ear of Joe John telling him, hey, run the damn ball, keep running the damn ball. They're not stopping us, so run it.
Yeah.
And, you know, in the case of what we've got with our quarterback situation right now, Jackson Arnold's better as a runner than he is as a passer, man. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
well, Jason, like we were saying before you jumped in, the one thing that we got going for us, hopefully, against LSU has the worst rush defense than Alabama. But it's at Death Valley, so that might be the only key factor that they have in their favor is played at their place at night. And it does get crazy there at nighttime.
Yeah, at nighttime they make special gumbo, so we need to be prepared.
We're still going to upset them.
I don't know if it's an upset anymore.
I don't need. Yeah, it's not an upset anymore.
But I've been saying since last year, have I not, Jason?
Yeah, for sure. Fatty asked if did BV make any mistakes last night. I don't think so. I was talking about as far as like in the moment kind of stuff or anything. But I think as far as a lot of it also had to do with the mistake of
being in the red zone 5 times.
well, not even that. I mean, did he make a mistake as far as early in the year, the hires, was that a mistake? Was the mistake of taking a timeout or what? And you can call that a mistake. You may not call it a mistake. It's not really like that.
Yeah.
It's not really. That's not what I'm talking about. And my deal is that I'm not even killing him on it. I'm saying these are things that people look at, and that if they're out there so we can all see it, then it's a problem. And yeah, and Fatty said we play clean. We're in all games. I think that's what he's saying. We're in every one of them.
Yeah. That's
exactly
exactly what I've been saying. If we play clean, yeah.
And all of them except for the South Carolina game was over with early, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that I loved last night was we hardly ever in a 3rd and long situation or a 2nd and long. I mean, we kept it short.
They didn't get behind the sticks, right? Didn't get behind the sticks a lot. Not a lot of third and longs. That was one of those things we talked about leading up to the game all last week too.
Yeah.
Don't get yourself into those situations.
I like what Urban said because I saw that and I rewinded it a few minutes ago, and he didn't even try to stop Kip from going that touchdown, and I never understood that. He slid instead of pushing him out of bounds. So was he really? I mean, was he hurt? And we didn't know that he was hurt, or
he was his pride was hurt a little bit. He was up a little bit, but I don't think he was hurt. I don't think he was injured. I think
Ford fell on him. He was down for a while.
Yeah, they were worried about him. They were worried. Maybe he is, and he could be. And listen, I'm not going to say that people are faking it necessarily. I don't want to say that, but I think that we took the fire out of him though early.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing with that piss and vinegar like you expect to see him play with, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree.
Yeah, listen, and crazy thing, our lack of a passing game, that if we just plan clean, I mean, I think that it's easy to act like last night is how they could have played all year. You can't.
No.
50 rushes, 11 passes, that's not really going to do it all the time.
No.
Right? I think that in styles make fights. It was going to work for this game, but only because you hadn't seen it. This same game plan isn't necessarily going to work against LSU. Now, LSU doesn't have the same kind of defense either. We know that they're a little light in the front.
Yeah.
You can do different things, and that's what a lot of their creators were talking about that last night. They were saying, what was it? That they felt like that Alabama played Oklahoma as if they were LSU, and it's not the same team. They had a much better defense, and they should have put more into it. They're really pissed off at their coaching staff for the positions that they put them in. And look, man, there's no doubt that Oklahoma probably benefited from them overlooking them a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Look. Oklahoma dominated the game. There's no two ways around it. It was dominated on the defensive side of the ball, and they got to the one guy you had to get to in order to win.
Mm-hmm.
You had to get Jalen Milroe, keep him from running, and make him make passes under duress.
Yeah.
They did that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the rest of it, thankfully, they found some kind of success in the running game. Now, are they going to let you run it 50 times and without going deep anymore? No, there ain't no way.
They're going to look for that.
So you're going to have to put somebody out there that can go. You're going to have to find a way to, and damn it with the Bauer Sharps here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Don't get me on that shit.
Don't get me on that.
We were just talking about that, man.
Bruh. Stop throwing shovel passes to tight ends, please. Hold on. And stop having him be on the receiving end of that maybe Bauer can throw that ball to BT instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because he was actually a quarterback, Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't understand it, man. But they did. Oklahoma dominated the game. But if you play that game 10 times, Oklahoma might win 3.
Hey, I was just thinking about that earlier, but you only got to win one time.
Hey, yeah, that's all that matters.
That's it.
That's all that matters.
That is it.
And
I'd go half and half on it. I think Oklahoma would win 5, Alabama would win 5.
I think it's hard when you don't have the offense that they don't have right now.
Well, that's true.
I'm just saying, with all the guys out that you've had out, if we're talking about the teams as presently,
Okay, I got you, Jason. I got you, buddy. I'm
I
sorry.
think coming into the season, before all that shit, I don't know. Would you say STR 95%? Brandon Jones slip up on the podcast and say Kevin John's the one who engineered the offensive game plan. Well, would this surprise you?
It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Me neither. The guy's been a play caller before. He's a Broyles, Broyles guy.
Yeah.
He's been on for one of the top assistants. I don't think Kevin Johns has been the problem. I think the problem has been not having Kevin Johns involved.
Exactly.
So that wouldn't surprise me. And no shade on JJF on that either. I don't know. I mean, it's always a collaborative effort anyway.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's always a collaborative effort, unless you're Seth Luttrell's, unless you're with Seth Luttrell and he don't want to hear shit from anybody, apparently.
Hey, I had told Sooner Legend earlier, asked him a question about how long has he been watching football. And he said, what, 52
19.
years? 50,
Yep.
53 years?
Yep.
So you're watching football 53 years, and you know football. You know everything about football.
Yeah.
But can you call a football game? Can you call offensive plays, defensive plays? And the meaning of that is, just because you know football doesn't mean that you can get up there. OC is a feel. You got a feel for that game.
Let's just put it like this, Coach. The Keystone Cops, Three Stooges, and Laurel and Hardy can call a game better than I could.
Well, I'm just saying is that if we get an OC, I don't care if it's Jason. If you take Tulane's, let's just say you take Tulane's offensive coordinator, and he calls plays with Tulane, he might not get the maximum effect or maximum potential out of those players because they're not the best players. You bring that OC from Tulane to Oklahoma, let him call plays with Oklahoma players. They're a whole different team. So I'm saying that is that anybody you bring in is going to have a feel for what he wants to do, how he wants to do it. There won't be no, I'm nervous to call this, I'm nervous to call that, because I guarantee you, if a new OC comes in and Jackson Arnold can't throw the ball, he ain't playing.
Yeah.
He's not playing. So is it that we don't have trust in Jackson Arnold and throwing the ball, or we just want to keep it safe that he don't turn the ball over?
Yeah.
So is it trust, or you just don't want him to turn the ball over?
He needs a quarterback coach that's going to put him through the fire. Because right now, subconsciously, he's got ghosts running in his subconscious.
Are you asking if Kevin? What are we asking here? What's the question again? I was trying to answer something in here, but
go ahead.
No, I was just. What is the question? I want to hear the question again. What you were asking, though, Coach Riggs.
Oh no, I was just asking and everything. Damn, now I lost the damn question. I lost the question.
What was it?
Something like
okay. If you were an OC at Tulane, and you had the players, would the outcome be different when you bring that OC to Oklahoma? Let him call plays for Oklahoma. It would be a whole different outcome because Oklahoma have the Jimmy and Joes.
Yeah, but I think you have to. It's all about how you call the game, right? I think you have to call the game. The best offensive coordinators to me are the ones that they call the game that works best for the guys they have in front of them, right? So
you make the playbook work. You make the guys.
Playbook, yeah, your playbook has got to be. I mean, you're the dude. You're the OC here. So I mean, you've called plays and done all that. So my question it would be, you've got plays that you know works for this guy,
Yeah,
and this set of receivers or whatever, and this running back, and then when you got to, but whoever your alpha guy is on that team, the one that you need to feed the most, then you're going to have to adjust that playbook to fit that more, right? And if your quarterback is good at one thing and not the other, and I mean, I think there's a lot of variables that it involves, and that's why I think that the best coordinators are the guys, the best play callers. It's the guys that don't. We're not trying to fit you into our offense. We're trying to fit our offense to you.
exactly.
Right.
Well, I was saying that because somebody had said Arbuckle only has 3 years of experience, and like I try to tell that person is I was a D-backs coach, I was a receiver coach, I was a quarterback coach, and then I became an OC. So I had all the experience of all those things because I played it. Doesn't mean that I know how to call a game plan for that. Just because Arbuckle might not be who they might want, we need somebody energetic that can come in here and they can call a good game and not worry about if I can't do this, I can't do that. Just come in here and run your damn playbook and stop second guessing yourself. I think that Joe John's done good, but Joe John is not an OC. We need an OC at Oklahoma. We shouldn't be doing trial for error and just doing the damn tryouts for who's gonna be the OC for Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Right.
Senator in Texas just said, "I'm not big on being the experiment team. Go prove yourself, and we'll talk." Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think you're right about that. I think that, I mean, look, I get the Arbuckle thing, and my concern there is, okay, you're doing this in the Mountain West. Okay, great for you, and I think that a lot of that may have to do with the fact that he's probably gonna bring that quarterback with him, and he kind of has that Baker look to him, right? He just plays hard and plays a little different, right? He's just got that. But yeah, it's just like he was saying. The reason I asked that, he was saying Kevin might be the most experienced guy and the best guy for that job. It felt like that's what he's saying. He ain't gonna be OC though, because it just, you're gonna get judged no matter what on what you just saw and the fact that they didn't figure it out, earlier. And the truth is, it's easy to blame Seth now.
Yeah.
Right? It's easy to blame Seth now. You guys were all there. Why didn't you do something about it then?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because if they're co-coordinators, and even this goes to Joe John, they're co-coordinators. Why didn't Joe John kick his ass and tell him no?
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, there have been times I've been a coach on some things,
I agree.
and that discussion has been made a lot of times to where I'll want to do something. He's like, well, and there's always that what if and that little half trust, half not trust. And I just told him, fuck it. If you want to call it down play, you call it.
Yeah.
So when the shit don't work,
Yep.
I can sit back here and say, I told you as, but sometimes and it's unfortunate. I think what happened was we let somebody get in there and fuck it up. And now we're like, see, told you, shit don't work. But now it's too late because you got guys that have come back and could have got paid, and they came back to fight for you. And it's unfortunate that this damn great freaking defense last night is damn 6-5.
It sucks. It sucks.
Mm.
You got to remember this though, too, guys. And I mean, let's just not forget about the fact that all the guys that weren't on that freaking team because of the injuries, because of the other stuff like that, we can't just act like it didn't happen.
Right.
Now, would they have won a few more games just with those guys here? Probably. Right. Even with the shitty, I mean, maybe not, but that for sure, then it wouldn't have been like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, I do think that Bama better not fold it just a hat. If they do,
ooh, boy,
that folds up there. I mean, this is where Kalen DeBoer is under fire today.
Oh yeah,
I heard a lot of people saying like this was more embarrassing than the Vanderbilt loss, which I disagree with. But
no,
yeah. But to them, a lot of them, that's what it is. But if this team ends up 8-5, it would be a nice turnaround. You're right, Center Cowboys. I think it's a good turnaround, but I think that it's 6 wide receivers are down now, and that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
You got to think. Were you really going to ever be that good? Probably not. Now, should it have been in the hundreds? Probably not either. But it's situationally, the things that you saw situationally, the things that we've heard about that probably contributed to why things were the way they were. Arguments in the hallways and like lack of any kind of communication going on. And you keep hearing nowadays that we've been hearing that BV wanted to fire Seth Littrell in the spring.
Really?
Mhm.
So this may not just, here's the one thing, and this is what I think I'll say about that is it's easy for us to sit here and blame Venables, but Venables isn't necessarily in charge of it. It's the powers that be can get in the fucking way. And we know this because of Texas.
Wow.
Yeah.
More than anything else, look at Texas. They underachieve and underachieve and underachieve. They wanted to fire Mac Brown for years before they finally did. And he was kicking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just get it in your head that you don't like somebody, and the guy with the money makes the biggest choices because they give all that money. Yeah, they muck things up a lot of places too. Absolutely.
Oh, man, I didn't know that. Golly.
This is what we're hearing. I don't know how much of it's true, but all I'm saying is there's a lot of things that go around, right? A lot of things that you hear about. This is going on, that's going on. The one thing I love about Brent Venables is that he's accountable for all of it. He doesn't put that shit off on other people like somebody else we know. Right? He's not that dude. So for better or worse, and sometimes it's going to be for the worse for you that you don't do that. So you get this, people believe this about you for X versus Y and Z. You know what I mean? We think X about you, but it's Y or Z. Who knows? In the end, the good news is that he saved himself last night for sure. To me, winning this game, the fact that you're able to win this game, you saved your job if you're Brent Venables. And that's a positive thing for Oklahoma. Because we heard what Big Bogue said on my show last week was nobody out recruits this guy.
No.
Nobody. So
no way.
He talked about how being in Harbaugh's office and being in the office with Matt Rule and being in the office with, a lot of those different guys. That he liked. He kind of low key took a shot at Drink. Said, I was nodding off. He was talking so much, talking to him for an hour. But, that he said that when you come, none of them are like Brent Venables. None of them. So, and he's always, remember he talks about how he asked Mike Jr., so when are you gonna just go ahead and commit to Oklahoma?
Yeah.
and Mike looked at him and goes, man, I already know what you're doing. You could see the difference when you're interacting with the different coaching staffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd like to go on record to say that I've got a 99.9% chance of feel that the Susie ain't going nowhere.
That's what I keep hearing.
I'll say this. I really give credence to Venables when he finally broke the story about his wife, because I think we're starting to understand that there was more to the formula than what met the eye, and that
could it?
He didn't make he didn't make no qualms about it. He just is just part of the equation, and understand that's a heavy load to carry the entire season.
Well, I'd heard about it about a week before he talked about it. Right, I knew what was going on then, and of course, we're not going to bring that up whenever it hadn't been announced, but we knew, and they'd known since May. He's not going to sit there and talk about it, but once they knew there was surgery going on, that was going to get out. Right, that was going to get out. That's why he brought it up. But see, it just tells you right there accountability. He wasn't going to put that off on Julie.
No.
You know what I mean? Or him not, or him, he wasn't going to say, hey, my mind was elsewhere because of this and feel bad for me. That's not who he is.
No, that's not BB.
No, that's not who he is. That's what I was saying.
Not who he is.
He stood the fire. He stood the fire test.
Man. Yeah. And look, I think that you got to at least give him this next year to see what we can do. And if they're willing to put the resources towards it to get better as far as talent goes, you just get more talent.
Yeah.
And if you can do that kind of stuff and you give him the opportunity to really hire his guy. If it's Arbuckle, great. And apparently, look, if it's Arbuckle, there's a reason, because he from what I understand, he's put it out there that, scenario wise, how would you handle this scenario? And, I think that the thought that you got to run the ball more in the SEC than what you do at Washington State. Yeah. I love this, what Mr. Dillgaff is saying right there.
Yes.
Yes. Dude,
But,
the
you know,
interception that Woody got. You saw how BB was running down and
the
end zone.
Yeah.
Coach, man, that when you see shit like that, man, from a player, from as a coach, it's monumental, man. You'll do anything for that guy, man.
Facts.
How come Kalen DeBoer didn't shake his hand last night after doing it?
Pissed.
He was
He was pissed. You see how he pushed that fan out the way?
They were not about storming the field and early storming the field, which was fucking stupid, by the way.
That's why people get hurt.
Yeah. And Oklahoma fans have got to be better than that. I mean, look, I understand that this is a different world that we live in right now. And right now, people want to storm the field for whatever reason. Our generation would never have done that. We know.
No.
But I'm
Like
gonna excuse it to an extent. But damn, wait on your turn at least. At least let the game be over.
Yeah, at least let the game be over.
And the other part is like you're putting these guys at risk. You're putting yourself at risk. You get around one of them damn players that's still pissed off. You know what I mean? And they do stupid shit. And hey, man, drinking is involved. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that dumbasses do when they get drunk. But it's not a great look. And I can see that's why Kalen was pissed off. And he could have been just getting shuffled off the field also too. I don't think that it was necessarily anything against Venables.
No.
I doubt that it was. He doesn't seem like the type, right? I don't think so anyway.
I know he pushed that fan out the way.
Mm-hmm. I seen that.
Do you blame him?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah, he was. Let's understand. He just got his butt whooped, and it's a hard pill to swallow. When, in fact, that last night was to clinch the playoff berth or the championship berth.
Hey, Coach, I got to jump out of here. This old boy needs to feel this belly down, y'all.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Jason, are you going to be around after a while, buddy?
Yeah, I gotta. I'm just cleaning up around here. I was gonna go grab something to eat too. I've been lazy today, man. It's my pop's birthday, so it's been kind of a.
Yeah, I know. You mind if I give you a call after a while, buddy?
Sure.
Guys, I got it. Like I said, I got to get.
Hey, he said you can call him, but don't call collect.
Yeah. Dinner.
Coach, you ruined my MO, man.
Hey, take care, man. Take care, my boy.
Hey, anytime, night, Coach Bishop, Jason. I love coming on with you guys. Y'all guys,
you guys, man, too. This is fun.
No, man, this is what it's all about. Man, you have a good one, man. Have a good weekend, but
you too, brother.
All right, man.
Sooner.
Yeah. Also, did anyone notice the Alabama lineman that need Woody in the back? Yeah, that was bullshit.
Oh, dude.
Chicken shit move.
He did that shit, man, because
that was shit.
They are sore losers, man. I saw some shit last night, man, from Alabama players that I've never seen before.
Hey, well, here's the thing, and I don't know how much of this is. Part of it has to do, I know, with they're a little lighter on it. They handle things different than like Coach Saban's group did, right?
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah, you knocked them out of the playoffs, all that. But I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they weren't. It wasn't as. What's the word I'm looking for here? Let me think for a second. it wasn't as perfect around Alabama as it was, as you think it is, or as it was portrayed to be. That they didn't have quite as much control over the ship as you would think they would with Nick Saban.
Yep.
Kids are different these days. The money thing is different. I mean, we saw how they acted at the end of the Vanderbilt game. Where that kid was freaking out and went and kicked the ball and did all that kind of shit, wouldn't come off the field. A lot of weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
A lot of weird stuff. But I didn't.
Do we
But
think he was heading that way before Nick left?
Yeah. There's it's documented, well documented at this point. They were showing. I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw video of. You've seen video of fights that have happened on the sideline between players and coaches, different stuff like that. And this was under Saban's watch.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So there's more stuff. I mean, just because the SEC doesn't put it out there and ESPN wasn't going to put it out there doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Wow.
There's somebody in the truck that controls which camera is on and on the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they've got it documented, but they don't necessarily put it out there. So I think that could have had something to do with it. And if they're lighter on them and they've got a softer touch than Saban does, that enables them a little more, right? You know what I mean? And they're trying to kind of, and it's not necessarily, I wouldn't say that's necessarily Kalen DeBoer's fault. I wouldn't necessarily say it's Saban's fault either. I would say that it's his first year there and he's got to feel his way around a little bit. And guys, they're looking at being 9-3 because they're not losing to Auburn next week.
I don't know, man.
It's in Tuscaloosa. In Auburn, I'd say yeah. In Tuscaloosa, no. They're gonna win the game. Come on,
Jason. I just don't know, man. I'm being honest.
Is Milroe mine back?
Would you put on it, Coach?
What you want to put on it?
Yeah, we could throw a $10 bill on it or something if you want.
I don't know, man.
Bill.
All
I
right,
got you, bud. $10 bill on you, bud. I got you.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just the way that they played last night, man, and the way that Alabama had to do a last-second touchdown last year.
Well, Auburn sucks. Bro.
Hey, look, everybody sucks until you play them.
Hey, wait a minute. We weren't showing too good until last night. So,
No.
and even though we knew that was behind the scenes, but still,
Hey, yeah.
given night.
Cowboys. If Bama loses to Auburn,
A lot of players are gonna leave.
his ass is gone. I mean, you can't. Right now, they want to fire him. Right? They want to fire him now.
Would they fire him?
A lot of
Would they
fans.
fire him? Realistically, will they fire him if they lose to Auburn?
I mean, it's not going to look good. You've lost it. Now you will have lost to Auburn and a team that nobody thought was very good in Oklahoma, and then Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt, you don't lose to. I mean, they hadn't done it since 1980 something.
Well, this will be the first time they've lost 4 games.
Yeah.
Since
I don't know what those guys are, but here's what I would tell you: the Ryan Williams is an Alabama kid. It's still Alabama. He ain't going nowhere. Why would he leave? Here's the thing: they're probably not going to fire DeBoer. I can't even imagine that they would. Right?
the payout.
Hold on.
I think that it would be like
She's taking shots. All right. We got the money on it. We already did.
Yeah, we already got it. Kimberly K. You want to go in on some of this too?
Kimberly K, you want to throw a 10 on it too? I'm glad to take 20 instead of 10.
20 is always better than 10.
That's
always
right.
better.
Okay, First Lady.
How much?
Excuse me.
I don't know, man. I don't know what his contract was.
Well,
But it has to be up there. It has to be up there, right?
Well, just the thought, man. This guy was one season, so you're pretty much saying
I can imagine that they fire him right now, right?
tradition is more important than a season.
Saban isn't coming back.
Oh no, he's
Exactly.
I mean,
So you might as well stick with him.
Who are you going to get?
Yeah. Hey, put it like this. I know the fans, it seems like Dire Straits, but in the long run, he's best for your your program?
Well, I'll say this: they've done a good job recruiting. Right? They've had some flips lately and different stuff. There's some different stuff that's going on. They're doing things different. There's no two ways around it. But I think that it requires it to be done different right now. Courtney Morgan might be the top recruiting guy out there as far as GM and everything they're doing. Even, we know people that talk about him well, say great things about him. I don't know. I think that look, Nick Saban went 8-5 his first year. He went 8-5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now, granted, he didn't inherit the same team, but it takes time to switch it to your thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fire this guy. I'm gonna tell you now, I wouldn't fire him.
Well, like
I
you
don't
said,
know what anybody was
who you
saying.
gonna go get though? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Where are you going after?
Well,
there's
think
some
about
people
it,
that
you
really
guys.
don't get it. There's some people that Lisa Rawls. That we love Lisa Rawls. She's awesome. She is in the boat. Get his ass out of here. And
I would say this though. That's like us with BV that first year where he kept telling us we got to tear it down to the studs.
Yeah.
You got to understand that he's in there. First, he's battling. He's coming after the GOAT, first and foremost.
It's a tough place to be, right?
It really is.
Yeah. And so,
Expectations already.
secondly, he's losing games that their standard, you think our standard is bad. Their standard is even that much higher. So when they lost to Vandy, us, and another team, they're like, that's not, that's not the standard.
I mean, they won the Tennessee game 15 years in a row before before Saban lost it 2 years ago, and then they lost again this year. So they're used to whipping the shit out of them too, and probably had opportunities to. But do I think it's because of the coaching? I think that they also, if you look at what Kalen DeBoer brought with him and what he has, Ryan, what was the guy's name? Grubbs. Yeah, Grubbs was going to be his. He ends up going to the Seahawks instead. The offensive line coach that they won the Joe Moore Award with the year before, last year at Washington, he's with the Seahawks also. So he's had to backfill guys that he expected to have there with him, with guys that were going to be there, but they weren't going to be in the position they're in either.
Right.
I think Kane Womack is a really good defensive coordinator. I think that there's been some times that he wasn't good this year. I don't know if it was yesterday. I mean, what was Oklahoma had 380 total yards? Isn't that what you said, Coach?
Say it again now. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Didn't Oklahoma have about 400 total yards, almost 400 yards, right?
Yeah. Oklahoma
That's
had.
not you weren't beating. We weren't beating them through the air though.
Oh, you had a total of 328 yards.
Okay, 328. Yeah, I mean they had what 230, 234. Okay, 100 more yards.
Yeah. Right.
Those 2 pick six are what really sealed the deal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The 2
we got a
interceptions.
shitty offense. That's all there is to it. It's a shitty offense.
Yeah.
We ran the ball. We did right. We did what we had to do to win. Didn't turn the football over. How many times have you heard BV say that all year? Don't be on the wrong side of that.
Facts.
First thing he said when Holly Rose interviewed him, he said, "We finally played football the right way without making any mental mistakes."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to play clean, and that's something that Oklahoma has to do a better job of next year. Don't having stupid penalties at the wrong time, turnovers. Got to do better.
Going into next year, Jason and Bishop, what we seen the first year out of the SEC, what do we feel is a actual record for OU next year?
10-2.
I'm gonna wait on this. I gotta see what ends up happening I think
If
you.
everything stays the same, I
He
mean, I
needs
should.
to win. He needs to win 8. He needs to win 8 for sure.
I only said 10-2 is because we realized that when you play defense in the SEC anywhere, and if you play it consistently, and if you can put any type of points on the offense, more than not, you're gonna win more games than not.
Right, but we expected that you're going to fix this problem next year, and everything else is going to be the same. We expected that from last year and the year before, and all that, right?
That's true. That's true. I hear you.
Well, but I'm saying, assuming that the defense is better, yeah, right. 10-2 could happen, absolutely. But you got to remember, this is a tough schedule. It's the same schedule next year. Plus, you add Michigan to it, and you go on the road to Tuscaloosa. You go, let's see, what is that? You go on the road to Tennessee. There's some tough games. You still got Texas. I think that expecting 10-2 right away, I'm just not ready to do it myself. I'm not saying that I don't see it happening. I'm saying I'm not ready to make that proclamation just yet.
Hey, brother, you know me. You know me. Look,
I
like walking on water. Hey.
Okay, Jesus.
I'm a bit of a cynic when it comes to that stuff.
Nah, man. I'm just saying. I get what you're saying, and you're right. I just feel after this type of year, where you don't have every possible injury, every possible thing that could happen, they stood together as a team. They fought through it.
Mm-hmm.
And they came out on the other side. It's just going to pay dividends.
Can they do all that? Sure. No, I agree with
absolutely.
That. But I would tell you that South Carolina, they're going to be a better football team next year. You have to assume. And
they lose a lot.
Yeah,
they lose a lot.
We owe them because we gave that game away.
Sure. In the end, I'm just saying this. We know that there are no gimmies.
No, I hear you.
No gimmies on that schedule, right? And we know that Texas got a lot of gimmies on their schedule. And look, they're damn it for that, but it is what it is. That's what bothers me the most is where I'm looking at it here, going, yeah, we have all these things that had to go wrong for us to be where we are, and I still think we're probably going to end up a little. I mean, if it ends up 6-6, somebody asked if we're going to beat LSU. I don't know. I still don't. We didn't see this offense explode. We saw it do some good things, but I also saw before that touchdown before the half, they were in the red zone 5 times and had 3 points to go for. They had 3 points up until that point. They got to be better. And look, will they be better? Probably. Oh, what happened? We just lost him. Is this on whose stream is this on? It's on his, huh?
Okay. StreamYard.
I'm still here. I gotta use the restroom.
Oh, okay. My bad.
You good?
All right. Yeah. So I don't know.
Would you say 9-3?
I think they need to win 8, and I could see them winning 8 or 9. I hope so. Because I think that's what it's going to take to keep this job.
Well, you at least got to do 9 to get into the 12-team playoffs.
I think you got to win 10 to get into the playoff, more than likely. Maybe not 9. It depends on how the season shakes out for everybody else.
Yeah. You know what? We just
you want to make sure you get in. You win
that 10. Don't mean that.
Make sure you get in. You win 10 games.
I don't have no crystal ball, but I just like what we're developing on defense, and if we could just have any type of semblance of a offense that can average 28 points, we're looking at a very special year. But once again, they still got to go do it.
Yeah, and where I would feel a lot more comfortable predicting, right? Is 2 years from now, BV's still here. We went through all of this. 2 years from now, this is a tested, tried and true ball team that's ready to rock and roll now, because we just went through the nasty part of this schedule.
Right.
The toughest schedule in the conference, really, because you've got Tennessee, Ole Miss at their best. You know, LSU on the road, we're going to have played. That's not going to be easy next week. I don't give a crap what kind of situation they're in. That'll make it easy.
Yeah.
Alabama at home and on the road. We'll have played all these teams at home and on the road, and they're the better of the. They're in the top half of this league. Texas hasn't had to do all that. They played the other side of it, right? Aside from like Mizzou. And everybody thought Mizzou beat us for whatever stupid reason, which is why I think that, you know, even if there was a shot, Joe John screwed that up that night. So to me, I think that I feel a lot more comfortable saying 2 years, you know, this year and next year. When we start talking 26, now this is a tested and tough and battle ready team, right?
Right, but we had said 25 is when they ready for the natty, is what, well, me and you had said.
Natty in the 20. I think if they're going to win it, I said 25 before. Do I think there's still a chance? Sure. But I would say that
you think the OC sets us back 1 year?
I think we're a year ahead if we do it next year now.
Okay.
OC won't set us back. OC is going to elevate us.
No. I mean that to get their continuity and all of that.
Yeah, maybe. It just kind of depends. I think that if you put the right things in place of, you know, build on what they were doing and throw away what sucked, but build on the good things, then you can listen again. I think with this defense, if it's what we think that it is, which is elite, we know that it's elite now. If next year it's better, and it should be, right?
Yeah.
And assuming you get through without too many stupid injuries, you don't lose somebody like Gentry, things like that. You don't lose some of these guys to the portal, because I got to tell you, they probably got away with underpaying some of these cats that, you know, say like, you know, the law firm, you don't have to pay that dude now to keep him in the fold. So pay up. Here we go. You know what I mean? Assuming you do all these things, they're going to be better on defense. So you don't have to be top 10 offense. You need to be top 30, top 20.
Yeah.
And then you go winning a lot. So I don't think, I mean, again, I think you could be a fantastic offense, but I think it might be better for this football team if you're not top 10 and it's more complimentary.
Yeah. No pressure.
If that makes sense. Right?
Yeah. Well, like we were saying earlier, Jason, we were looking at all the returning quarterbacks in the SEC.
That's what.
You know, we were looking at there's like 4. You know, I think of course Tennessee got their quarterback coming back. South Carolina got theirs coming back. Florida has theirs coming back. And A&M has theirs coming back. And so does
Arkansas.
We'll
play A&M next year though.
No, Arkansas. I'm just talking about the remaining quarterbacks that will become in the SEC.
That has experience.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Georgia got to start all over again. Texas got to start over again, which Art, I mean, you know, you can sit there and say what you want to say about that, but I think he's going to get a realization next year that playing part-time and playing full-time are 2 different damn things.
Yeah, but Lagway's a bad dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some of the guys that, you know, the recruiting class is good, but some of those guys that he got right now, they'll be gone.
Yeah, no doubt.
So,
real quick, let me address Steve and Lum. Can I address this in the comment section that you asked me earlier today? Joe John didn't screw up the game plan. His game plan wasn't good against Mizzou. First, whatever they did wasn't good. They wasn't the same game plan you saw against Ole Miss, which was pretty good. Considering what's been handed to him, I address this with you. I just want to say it this way. They're not absolving him of everything that happened with Seth, whether or not he was involved or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's all his fault. I'm not saying that it isn't, though. He's not absolved of it. He's gone. You just might as well get ready for that, because they're sending him packing. So he'll be in Starkville next year, as far as that's my expectation, is that he ends up in Starkville.
You don't think he'll stay as a tight end coach?
Just put him
No,
back at tight end
no,
coach.
because they don't think that the tight ends have done shit. And he
Okay,
doesn't-
so who do you I get that. Who do you replace the tight ends coach?
Probably. Well, it kind of depends. I could see you ending up with he'll probably land with them. I could see him ending up with the Arkansas tight ends coach, maybe, if they end up firing them, which is possible.
Okay.
There's a couple of different guys that I've heard stuff about. I don't know though. I just think
I'm asking
who
because
you keep hearing the most about.
I want to make sure we keep developing helms that I hope we get a whole different medical staff. But
Yeah.
I just we got some quality tight ends that if and when they stay, that they need to keep developing.
But the thing is like since he's got here, they're recruiting. They've got one good one, and most people say that had nothing to do with Joe John. That was all about Devon Mitchell's recruitment was because of Michael Hawkins, is why he came, right? And they look at what these guys did, and it wasn't much, right? You're not landing a bunch of them, and you're not seeing a lot of production. So, being the fact that he was a tight ends coach and the coordinator, you would have figured. I mean, look, we're seeing him try to treat Bauer Sharp like he's,
I'm just gonna say he sure loved Bauer Sharp.
Not for nothing though, but I mean, he's leading in catches, but he doesn't even have 300 yards on the year. He's got 2 touchdowns. It's like, ugh. Yeah, they don't love it. And whether or not that's all his fault, I'm not saying all that. I am going to say that it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what anybody believes about whether he was doing it. The people that matter that are making this decision have already decided, get the out. And I don't even think he's the only one, folks. I'm just going to tell you that.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you got me on that one because, like I said, I didn't know Morgan Turner was going to get fired at Arkansas.
Well, that's assuming they fired the staff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is all an assumption. We respect that. I know what you're saying.
I think that's assuming that they get rid of the staff, which I think they are. I'm kind of surprised they haven't already done it.
It's a possibility. Possibility, but understand until they actually do it, we can only speculate. But right. I get where you're going.
Yeah, I don't know who it's going to be. I'll just tell you that I don't know who it's going to be. I think that's the name that's gone around.
Right.
But I would tell you I don't know who it's going to be, and there's some good tight end coaches out there.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
We may or may not. The name may not even be floating right now because you don't know what's going to happen. And here's the thing: that stuff will heat up with when they announce. Which the next thing that's going to happen is the OC. Yeah. That could happen any minute, right? Yeah. Now they may not announce it until after the game Saturday. In fact, they probably won't. But I would say, yeah, they're gonna. That's coming, and it's the decision will be made, and then that's when the rest of the decisions are going to be made. I don't think there's anybody safe on that offense except for maybe Bill Bedenbaugh and probably Emmett Jones.
Yeah,
the rest of them I don't think are safe.
I got you. Even Johns, the quarterback coach.
Nope. Nope. For better or worse, he was brought in by Seth Luttrell. Get out.
Gotcha.
I think I'm with SDR was talking about that. What if it's Kevin Wilson, who was fired today by Tulsa, by the way?
I saw that.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell you that I know they were good on offense under Kevin Wilson. I don't think
I'm gonna leave that alone.
I don't think this is the time to go back to that.
Yeah.
The other thing is I don't think him and BV are that tight.
That's what I was going to say. I just don't see. I don't think those two see eye to eye.
They don't. I've heard about the arguments.
Yeah.
It's about him going full speed at his guys, and
But things can change, and if that's the way the direction they want to go, I welcome him because he definitely understands the game.
Shock the world and Will Stein. Hey, I'm on board with this one, Jason.
That would be a shock.
I'm on board with it. Apparently.
Will, thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, I've been standing on that, has not Jason?
Yeah,
I've been standing on Will Stein.
I wish they would. That's my guy.
Yeah, I know.
That's my guy. But it doesn't sound like that's the case. I think at this moment, if we're believing what we're hearing, which by the way, don't necessarily believe everything we're hearing.
Yeah, because
sometimes you don't know. Sometimes they float shit out there just so they throw you off the track.
For Susie.
Yeah, sometimes they do it, but I would say, if we're going by what we're hearing, right? Maybe Dan Mullen's still in it. If Dan Mullen is still in it, and they're not getting Stein, they're not getting Kotelnicki, any of those guys, right? If they're not getting those guys, then I think that, and some people may not agree with this, but I think that you got to go get Dan Mullen. I think he would help Venables be a better coach.
Yep.
Respect.
If it's the right way coming in. I don't love the idea of him getting coaching waiting before he coaches it down.
Yeah.
That I don't think that's a great idea. But that's just me. Again, and they ain't asking us. So
that's Sooner Cowboy. Auburn beat A&M in 4 overtimes.
Are you though, man? That concerns me that A&M lost that game.
I know.
I'm
surprised they got down that far. They got down 21-0 first.
Man, I know. But it concerns me that they lost that game because they shouldn't have lost that game. And now it makes you wonder, are they going to beat Texas? And damn it, I want them to beat Texas.
Well, that's a good thing, Jason, because he put his foot in his mouth. At the press conference, before the game, he was like, "Well, we're looking forward to playing Texas." I heard about that. I heard about Texas A&M. Yeah. Auburn. He was looking up beyond Auburn.
That was stupid.
He was looking toward the Texas, and it came back to bite him in the ass. So now they might just go out there and do it.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Sooner Cowboys. Yeah, I got you. I don't think he's going anywhere, man. It doesn't sound like he's going anywhere.
No.
We all know somebody who spoke to him recently. He ain't going. He's back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I think he's sticking. So that's good news. Things change in a week, though. Just so
hey, you said that right, brother. Things change. Hey, I was telling the guys earlier, man, my neighbor
something different. So I don't know.
I was telling the guys earlier, man, my neighbor was he's an Alabama fan, and we had 5 guys yesterday before the ball game, and he was like, "Hey, man, it's good to break bread with your brother before the ball game." He said it's gonna get kind of ugly. Just want to make sure. I said, "No, man. Hey, as long as we don't get embarrassed."
Yeah. Hey, well, look, did you see me on Smook show on Friday morning?
Hey, Smook, I caught Coach Smook video last night. Last night. He was pissed at the play calling. He was hot.
They're not. Hey, there's nobody in Alabama land happy right now, but it was, and I told Smook before the show, I said, "Listen, man, I hope you got other things for us to talk about because I'm not going to sit here and give you a bunch of reasons why OU is going to win."
Yeah.
And I was right there with you. I saw the whole thing.
I don't know what you want me to say here. Because right now, until I can see them put some points on the board, I have a hard time believing that they're going to win this damn football game. Look, this is one of the times that I was super happy to be wrong. And this is where you can't really judge the heart of a champion. In a situation like this, pride on the line, you're at home, senior night, important, right? It's important. And so to me, I would say, it's, but there was some folks in the chat there, and they were all super respectful to me, by the way. AAA family is way cool. I love those guys.
Yeah.
All those dudes are cool cats. And I don't have a problem with Alabama so much. My thing is there was a few fans in there though that were like, oh, they're gonna win 63-3 and 49-0. There was a lot of that kind of stuff. And I was just like, ooh, that's where y'all going with that? But most of them were pretty chill about it. And some of them
I was in there. I said, Sooners never flinch.
Yeah, and a lot of the people that were in there were also saying, man, you can't overlook these guys.
Yeah.
Don't overlook these guys.
Hey, man.
Ty knew.
Handle your business.
Yep.
Oh, Sharp, look at Brisky. Brisky was like, oh, no, you ain't doing that. Whenever I was on the show with him earlier in the week, I was like, I don't really have much extra. He was like, I don't want to hear that shit from you.
That old saying, it looks that way until you get punched in the damn mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got punched, man.
Yeah, they're pretty down bad. But even to give Smoot credit, yeah, he had a lot of confidence. He was confident.
Well,
yeah.
No, last night after the ball game, he was pissed because
mad
the fans were
fair weathering,
talking crazy and this and this. And he tells them, he was like, and he said it on his podcast. He said, hey, we just came in, got our ass whooped. And that's just it. I mean, it ain't no point about trying to jump off the damn bandwagon. He was like, if you're gonna do that shit,
bounces weird ways sometimes, boys. It's why it's not long.
Hey,
it ain't round.
I felt bad for Smoot though, man, because he was taking it. He was taking it from all angles because people would let him have it.
So look at how we've taken it. I mean, showing love
to fans and all
that. You preseason, during the season, whatever.
Yeah.
Getting brutalized in some of these games, man. And like we were making calls.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know I stand on stuff, and then when I get called on it, I just like, I was being messy. I was wrong.
Yeah, I bet Marcus Dupree was happy with that too. Shout out to Marcus Dupree. Shout out to Dupree.
Big dog.
That was a lot of fun.
Big salute.
Hey, fellas, I gotta get ready to get out here, man. We going 3 hours and 15 minutes, but hey,
you guys are in OT today.
Hey, having fun, dude. Look, when you have fun, man, it goes by so fast.
I'm sorry again, Coach. I was there early at the 6th, so I thought it was canceled.
No, man, the wife. Hey, man, look, I can't talk.
No. Hey,
I've been a damn doghouse. I'm tired of this damn shopping and shit and buying stuff, man. For Thanksgiving,
let it go.
Hey, I just said take the credit
Too
card.
legit to quit.
No, I said take the credit card and just go.
Shout out to Mrs. Ricks.
Yeah, big salute, Mrs. Ricks.
She love you guys, man. She like going and have fun. I said I appreciate it.
All right. Well, hey, make sure you guys jump in and check us out in the morning, man. We'll be on Rise and Shine College Football starting at 10:15. We're gonna have Mike Boganowski. He'll be on with us in the morning, but he won't be on for the normal amount of time, I don't think, because he's helping his son with something. He's still there in Norman. But he is gonna jump on, try to make an appearance at least for a little bit. But we'll be talking more about this stuff here and there. And
I'll be on, man. I'm on vacation.
Yeah. You go have fun.
Well, I told you that we canceled.
Yeah.
We canceled.
I was going to say, I know you ain't in Mexico, so something happened there,
right? Family coming in. After my aunt died, my mom felt like, hey, we want to get everybody together one last Christmas because one last Thanksgiving because you never know.
Yeah, so that's the right thing to do.
We're gonna do Thanksgiving and we're gonna do Christmas all combined in one day. So we're gonna have a big old. I got 27 people coming to my house.
Oh, that's a blessing. Truly a blessing.
No, it ain't. That's a headache. But I'll be on tomorrow, man. If you need me to, man, just give me a text. I'll be the dog.
Yeah.
No, I'll shoot it all you guys' way. Thanks a lot for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
You're always welcome, man. You got a key to the house. Come on in.
All right, then.
Everybody's getting the key to the house right now, huh?
Hell no. Hey, man. Bless
all right, man.
All right, one love
in the morning, man. Y'all take care, man. I'll see you tomorrow, Jason, man.
All right, man. Later.
All right, peace out.